Session 40 last time, you guys began traveling westward on the trail of tarrasques that have been farmed by the 12th house out here, and then inevitably going south to the Testadine lands. However, you guys, at the end of the first kind of peaceful day of travel, have Strike and Shallow Butter have a awkward, flummoxing kind of combat. Sadar um kind of watches on for those things after trances and whatnot. In the middle of the night, Arrow sees um red glowing eyes during her watch. They go away. She's able to kind of pester this woman about genitalia and lewd actions for a few hours. During this time as well, she messages Cerulean, her kind of father figure, and kind of gives a rundown of what's happened since she's led the city. The next morning, about halfway through the day, you guys find tracks of these larger creatures that Solus identifies as hippos. You all know they're not hippos, but that's okay. And evidence that they attacked a Weaselkin village. Uh, and they guys kind of follow the trail further west and then into the north, near the halfling territory that you get comes close to here, I guess I should say. And you stop at this like ravine area, and there's an obvious kind of combat or something that has happened at this point, and you guys start to investigate, and that's when you meet Nova's character, this multicolored robed, far too many belts on, magical person.
Reasonable amount of belts.
And Eros, being wary of the newcomer, sends a magical contact to Mystra, the goddess of the weave, and asks her about, hey, can we trust this person? And Mr. just basically says, he probably wants something, but yeah, sure. This is the gist of it. You guys agree to travel together. Sarek offers his services, seems to be aware of some of the goings on from the city and whatnot. And you prefer your camp. Solus, when you guys get to camp, falls into a hole, and eventually hears in the hole, snoring from, eventually you guys learn who is Brandon's new character, Trillo, this Testadine monk. People pack into the hole, it gets kind of crowded in there. You start asking the elderly Testadine questions, and then kind of scoop him out with magic out of the hole, and then he's moving too slow. There's some casting of haste and other spells to try to get him inside so that you guys can get ready for bed in the mansion, and then there's discussions of sleeping outside from people. Not really comfortable with the new Archmage and his magical mansion. Later that night, Birdman is messaged by Eros about kind of what's going on with them. And then the next morning, once Brillo and Sarek have joined you all, you have a couple hours of travel, and then there's these obvious in the distance sounds of gunfire and screeching and whatnot over the hills and trees that lead to the west. You guys go about various means to engage into this strike Trillo, followed by Rogar, dash forward. Solus, Sarek, and Sidar are teleported by Solus um, to where they see this kind of happening. Meanwhile, Eros is inside Cash, and Althea, Donovan, Roxanne, and Nouvelle, some of them are like probably climbed on top of the construct and kind of follow suit after everyone. Once you guys get close enough to see what's kind of going on here, it's like a tail end of a obvious encounter between a group of other humanoids that are laying dead, and then drow with gnolls leading these farmed tarrasques north to whatever purpose you've yet to understand. And then Solus casts a reverse gravity spell. Pretty much everything other than the tarrasques because of their innate connections to the metal core of the earth. They're kind of latched onto it. They also rolled a really good check. And that's where we more or less pick up. But two of the three people that have teleported close aren't here. So, there is two ways to handle this. I was kind of leave it up to you guys of what you wanted to do. There will be other kind of complications that arise here and whatnot, but with Solus and Sidar gone, do you guys want to play out their engagement here, Sarek? That does involve you. What really what's going on for most of that is the other people are running here, because they're behind the teleport. Or do we want to kind of jump forward a little bit and then kind of just go to Sarek real quick and see what he would do to kind of influence the battlefield and then kind of regroup? What do you guys think you would like to do?
Interesting question you have proposed, dear Dungeon Master.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it gonna take us to run over there, though?
It depends. There's two groups of running, right? Trillo, Strike, Rogar. You guys, Rogar's behind you, but he's with you all. You guys ran right quick. With the distance that, you guys had to run, it would take you with how fast you guys could go, like a minute, which is a decent amount of time in combat. Whereas Eros and the others, who are somewhat slower, would be a few minutes. Like it's like at least double that, if not more.
Another 10
like
rounds.
Really, another realistically speaking. So there was other complications that would have been involved with this, but with not having these two other players, it kind of takes away some of the momentum from that. Which I'm fine playing them. I just prefer having everyone involved instead of sitting there for times on end.
Yeah. I mean, I think it kind of depends. Maybe sort of.
Maybe we could just how long is it going to take for the group that's running there to get there?
10 rounds.
Like if we play out traditional combat, yes. If we don't play out and more do like a narrative combat to kind of like regroup, then we can do it that way. But traditional combat speaking, yeah.
I mean, I think because of the fucking reverse gravity, we could definitely manipulate the way things are going. Because at the moment, it's like 3 of them. Like, only 3 of the non-tarrasques are on the ground, right? But they can't just start walking away because they're gripping onto grass which is not the most stable of things to grab onto.
No, not in any way, shape, or form.
So
Like,
What?
and reverse gravity does last a minute. So
What if we do like for I'm the only one that's at the place right now, right?
yes, you,
So
Jenny,
what if
and
we
Bedouin.
just
Yeah.
do like a skill challenge of the people trying to get there to see if they can do anything to get there faster?
skill challenge
that
sounds
could be
fine.
Okay. Then
And
And
maybe
then I guess we can resolve the rest. I don't know.
we could
That's-
also, to the idea of the skill challenge, for the characters who are there, we could also just do a skill challenge for them for however many they take out. Uh, the question is on. I think the bigger question is like, how does the young adult Tarrasque really react to the whole situation going
yeah.
on? Because if what I'm seeing on the map is correct, the young adult Tarrasque and the others might have gotten a bit aggressive, or those are dead dwarves that they were aggressive against. I'm not 100% certain, uh, but it's really the Tarrasque that I'm more concerned about
Okay.
for the narrative focus of things.
Well, to the other idea, like if Solus releases the gravity on the people that are up in the air, they're gonna take 10d6 fall damage. Like whenever that happens, like she can concentrate on it for up to a minute. So there, you guys have that. Okay. So, what do you? Okay. Yeah. I wasn't expecting Vedwin to like last minute, and then my brain got distracted with other things. And I was like, "Shit, he's right there too."
Seth, I have a funny question. Sorry to interrupt, but
Answer,
okay.
answer.
Reverse gravity only says on a point within range. Define point, would you? Because I'm just saying it would be pretty funny if Solus stopped cast reverse gravity again, just at the point just below where the top of
Well,
the first is.
unfortunately, Solus cannot.
Yeah, reverse gravity is a bit too high level for that.
Okay.
They had to cast teleport to get here, and then they
Oh,
had to upcast reverse gravity with their 8th level spell to do that. So
okay.
they don't have it. They have 6th level and lower. So
Unless I'm like,
unfortunately,
there's not a lot I can do to like make this situation immediately stop unless I make a new spell. Like it's it's kind of like
yeah.
unless I can cast like slow at 9th level and just make everything stop until you guys get here. We're not really gonna be able to.
Well,
You know, ninth level slow is really just a more effective time stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can at least cast things while it's going on, so yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to say I want to go through one round with just Solus and Sadar to kind of reposition them with Sarek, and then we'll do a skill challenge with the others to see how quickly they can get across the battlefield.
Yeah.
And then I'll introduce complications, and then we'll go back to Sarek to see what he can do to kind of wrap up the lower
Okay.
level kind of people
I
here.
can I can do that.
With Solus's help. Solus is, Sadar is a ranger, like
A Gloomstalker Ranger,
he's
apparently.
like his just AoE isn't his strong suit.
No.
In any way, shape, or form. So, okay. The thing that is interesting about reverse gravity, it doesn't mean they can't move. They're just like stuck in the air.
Well, they have no foothold to push against,
They have
though.
no full, yeah, but they can shove against each other.
Yeah, if they do that.
And it doesn't say they can't take an action. So
Nope.
let's see.
It would be disorienting to attack like that, but they can try.
1, 2.
Although, would it be the best of ideas to like Hey, give me a foothold. I'll push myself out of the gravity. Oh, fuck!
Okay.
Estimates of gravity.
What you guys see on well, as you guys first appear after reverse gravity, there's like a half dozen or so like hand crossbow quarrels that just like shoot out, and then they don't break out of the reverse gravity area and just get sucked up in the air again. For the most part. And yeah. I'm gonna say one of them kills one of like headshots one of the gnolls and just he falls down to the ground, quote unquote. All right,
It's just dead.
he's just dead. Sola sees this lady just like we're not like holding on to the grass, right? And she's just, I imagine Sola's cocking her head kind of to the left, just like, how are you able to do that? Kind of thing. And then um there's like her twin and then this other guy that's over there. And I think she would do a chain lightning. Dex. And then all right. When she shoots off the chain lightning, the lady holding on to the grass, the other one, her twin next to her, just like walks forward like it's almost not affecting her. And then as soon as the lightning chains off of her and hits that little one, it like puffs, and then it hits this guy over here, and there's like a puff of like shadow almost.
Magic.
And she loses her grip, I'm going to say, and reverse gravity. Gotta scroll up again. How
100 feet high.
fast? How fast do you fall and around, though?
It's
Don't-
Right
fast.
at
It's like 300 and some feet.
okay.
300, 500, somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay. So, um,
Says it right
this
here.
isn't like the gravity releasing. This is like her falling.
500
Right?
feet per
Yeah.
round.
So that's like.
Yeah, whatever normal fall speed is, really.
So she would like. Well, she's not hitting the ground, so she would
Yeah.
just like go up in the air. Okay. And then Solus would be proud of that, I think, and maybe like skip back a little bit away. I think that's their speed. Oh, they can go one more. And what did I do with your turn order? Where'd you go? There you went. Brillo doesn't see this. Rogar doesn't see this. Strike out of the corner of your eye. You see closer to them than to you because of the distance, right? Like, but imagine these Cospa trees are about this far away, and then you're like another 100 feet off the map, right?
Yep.
So you see these riding horses come into view, and then there's an obvious like this first one here jumps off the horse, and then the horse kind of like teeters around away. And then this guy is gonna roll a stealth check. And that's gonna beat most people. Eros isn't on this close to the map yet, so he jumped in near the tree, but you don't know exactly where he is in the tree.
Jeez.
And then this guy's up in the air. I don't think I gave him any ranged weapons. Well, he can throw a javelin. I don't know if you're close enough though, because he's 100 feet up. Nope, you're too far away. He can't throw it. Throw it. He just
You can throw with disadvantage.
yeah, no, but you're 100 feet up and then they're 40 feet away, so that's still pretty far.
Yeah,
Uh,
true.
it's out of the 120 feet. He is going to take, I think, a dodge action. No, knowing he can't jump out of this right
Man,
now.
I wish Farum was here. He would pile drive the shit out of them.
There is another horse that comes into view. Sarek and Sidar and others can see it, and it like
What's she
runs
see?
over to this close, and there's this female drow on the back of the horse, and hood over her face, and she looks at what's going on, and she is going to how far away? Yeah, she's going to at disadvantage take a shot at Solus. Big gun flies by, gunshot
Right.
flies by.
The gun flies by.
He throws it at
Let
them.
go of my gun.
All right.
He's playing Borderlands with an entirely
The
different game.
main lady that you guys threw up in the air. Three. Yeah, disadvantage. Um, I don't think she cares who she shoots right now. A disadvantage. She pulls out a light crossbow, and it's going to shoot at the closest one, which is Sadar. Doesn't get dueling, but that's okay. That's all they can really do is they have to like awkwardly try to reload a light crossbow like underneath. And if any of you speak undercommon, you hear her yell out, "Find the caster!" Like which one's whatever the spell kind of thing. Sarek, what do you do?
Um. So okay. Uh, most of the drow are floating,
Most of the drow are floating. Yes.
and how do the tarrasques are chilling?
Most of the terrasts are like the ones that don't have numbers on them are floating like at full length of those chains that are like being held down to the center tarrasque more or less
Okay.
now. And that center tarrasque is only about 10 feet off the ground, as it has just that extra kind of weight that's like fighting against this. And then this tarrasque just seems to be like gripping on and climbing down the chains more than the others.
So most of the smaller enemies look fucked. The
Yeah,
tarrasques look
and
pretty
they
good.
have ranged weapons, but they have to like it's all going to be a disadvantage, and most of them are out of range right now, anyways.
Okay. I think the tarrasques are going to be the biggest problem, and so does Starrick. So, uh, going to step up. He pulls out of his coat a gilded box that says, in abyssal on it, "Evil Blunt." Takes it out and casts horrid wilting.
Goodness, a spell I'm not familiar with.
Nani the fuck?
Oh. What?
Every creature with every
A fucking cube.
Q sent on a point in your area. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution save. Okay,
I
where's the
didn't know that spell
center?
exists.
Uh, I'm going to be centering that on. Gotta pull in my thingy. Okay, so I want to
30 feet is
Yeah.
oddly specific for a cube.
this.
Okay.
So just hit all that.
Okay. All right. Then let's. How much HP do they have? Which ones are worth rolling for? Let's see.
Power of the evil blunt. I steal their moisture.
1, 2,
You monster!
3.
So they're hitting the ones. So you're aiming at the ones in the air.
I'm hitting all these fuckers.
Well,
All the tarrasques.
it's a 30-foot cube, so it's either
Yeah.
the tarrasque or the ones floating in the air, because it can't
It's
reach
true.
them both.
How long are the chains?
What, like 20
If they're all
feet
attached together,
there,
then
40 feet? If you do, it's a 40-foot cube. It's a 40-foot cube that's an 80-foot diameter. You could hit all of them but the tarrasque in the center if you raise it off the ground.
yeah, I think I'll do that. Big boy can handle something else.
Okay. Then
Why does it have
let
to be a
me.
cube? That's so weird.
I know it is weird. You don't all. You don't think most of the time it's spheres or cones. All right. What is that? Yep. Okay. So squelching, screaming noises immediately first from the and mixed with the horrid cackling of like gnoll hyena folk, as they are, and it overwhelms any of the senses of any of the like basic guard, low level drow that are up there too. They just can't hear their echoes of their screams. Now let's roll for the 5
A bit.
mini tarrasques.
One of the fucking material. The material component is a bit of sponge. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
What?
Yeah, that's what's in the evil blunt.
Just a bit of sponge.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Well, you just had a day at the beach, grabbed a bit of sponge, and thought, "Hey, I could drain the moisture out of everything nearby with this."
It's not even a whole sponge, just a bit of sponge.
Yeah, I'm using Minecraft sponge.
Wait. Let me double check something.
One block of Minecraft sponge later, everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead.
Okay, wait. I need to re-roll those because they have magic resist. So the 12's a 16, not a good. 10's a 19, 18, 14.
A
So
lot of things
I
suddenly
think they
died very
failed.
quick.
I think they failed.
I'm
Seth.
just I'm being thorough.
You're being thorough. Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Since when are you Pokemon?
Shush. Okay. And then I think that's everything. So 2, 3, 4,
Man, Sark's really good at
5,
sucking people off.
That's true.
2, 1.
Nice.
Very nice.
You could say he's magical at it, even.
You could say that.
He's a natural.
I'm an unnatural.
He sucks them off like a sponge sucks water.
Just a bit of sponge, though.
Exactly.
Just a bit of sponge. Not a lot, just a bit.
Okay.
Not even a whole sponge.
In Undercommon, the writer over here watching this yells back to the other writer that's coming on the scene at the same time behind her, and base regroup more or less, like turn away is the general summation of that. After just watching like them float in the air and then just turn into blood, basically is what happens. And was that guy?
Regroup! They're all just floating. Bitch, how?
That guy should have rolled.
Everybody's getting in the state of
I think it's
judgment.
only I think it's only 30.
Yeah, it's only 30.
Is it 30 foot?
Okay, 30 foot. Okay, he's fine. Nonetheless, there you go. This guy, he has a javelin. He's 100 foot in the air, and then you're just out of range, Sarek. For a javelin. Sadar is going to
Trick
move
shot.
him and Hal over here, and then he has a long bow. One.
Don't forget
I'll
his
take
gloom
a.
stalk attack.
Oh, that's true. I forget these things. He's a beastmaster. No gloomstalker.
Oh, he's a beast. Ah, gotcha.
Mel's a
He's
gloomstalker.
got a
I knew
pet.
Double was a gloom stalker. Huh? Hey, you still
Yeah.
have a pet, kind of.
He shoots at the closest lady, and she's able to get a shield up in time to block him even upside down. Twirling around, going into places. All right, where are you, bro? All right. This other guy runs onto the scene on a horse, and he is going to stay on his mount, but he is going to roll a perception check. And he barks out something to where Sadar and Solus and Sarek more or less get the gist that you guys look behind you, and 100 feet back or so, not 100 feet, like 1,000 feet back or so, you see uh coming up one of the hills, Strike on all fours, and then this tortoise running remarkably fucking fast all of a sudden, just like uh catching up with you all. Which will bring us to you two. Let's Strike and Trillo. In order to, get there and cut the time significantly, I need athletic checks. I think make the most sense. As you're running up and down hills to get to them, to kind of cut the space, and your guys' passive perceptions are decently well high enough at this point to know of the riders off to the side as you get closer. And then Strike, as you're looking around, you take a moment as you stop at this one hill and you take a deep breath in. And as you take a deep breath in, you can hear and feel the ground kind of shifting, knowing Cash is coming up behind you as fast as he can. But additionally, you smell in the distance, coming from a similar direction to where the mounted people must have come from. There are more of these. You guys have dealt with them a handful of times by this point. More of these gnolls that are responding to what's going on here from the distance. It will take them about the same amount of time it takes you to get here. So I'm gonna roll for them an athletics check as Trillo, Strike, and Rogar. Roll athletics checks for group checks.
Good thing I pre-raged last session.
I have no strength. I am an old man.
Does it? Wouldn't your rage? Does your rage fall off if you don't take damage?
I'm gonna give an inspiration point to Nova as I give advantage to Rogar.
I was using it the moment we got into battle. Or right before.
So like,
But you got to take damage or deal damage to keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, then just rage again, no problem.
Okay.
Right here.
Kind of forgot about that part for a second, because usually I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah, you gotta be it. Well, you don't have to take damage. You just gotta swing at something at the very least.
Not true, I can just hit the ground or something.
I don't think the
Punches over
ground
the
counts.
face. Punches over the face.
Just punches over the face.
Can I use
Oh,
my
classic maintaining my rage, punching myself in the face.
yeah? Can I use my thingy with the rage where I just move half my movement instantaneously?
God damn.
God?
Um,
God.
you're
Fine.
running over multiple rounds, so you can use it once, yeah. Unless you want to cast it multiple times.
As many times as I can rage.
How many
Let
is
me
that?
just run here.
That's not what I'm gonna. You don't get. No, I had to talk in the movement there.
Ah, what are we doing?
Okay. Well, then D&D logic, D&D logic. There is. Let's say that's there. That's there. That's there. And all right, Eros and like Eros as the player for this group here.
Yes.
Would he? I need some. I guess a strength check with Cash as like the main person, and like people jump on to represent his athletics check.
Okay. As long as no one gets left behind, she'll do that then.
I think. I think. I'm going to say
man.
I'll roll with them. Why not?
Strength check. I'll just roll it as the same.
Drink. Yeah.
Strength check. Um, it's so weird looking at a fucking goddamn um
Oh.
NPC page. Let's do this. Uh, come on, Cash. Cash. Can we not? We just started. Can we not? I'm gonna reroll that shit. Uh,
He is suffering.
that's better. That's far better.
He was a bit confused.
And I will pass out. Fuck, I only have three bardics. I will pass out a bardic inspiration to whoever might possibly fail. Just I have three of them, so
Um,
just let me know who needs one.
the kids will need one. One, two,
Okay.
three. Okay.
Hannah maybe more, because Donovan's a barbarian. I think he'll be fine.
Okay. So we're going to say and then also Roxana can throw out some bardic too. So to those you use two of your bardic, Roxana uses two of her bardic.
Yeah. Okay.
To help with them to kind of like hold on as Crash dashes so quickly forward. And then I re-rolled 1, 2, 3, 4. Lust, Greed, Brandon, and then Nova again get inspiration as I gave them all advantage. To get to a 20.
Uh,
So
quick question.
mhm.
Since you've already completed the thing, I won't use it. I won't do it now. But for later references, am I able to pump my psionic dice into my cash checks since I'm technically linked to him?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. I won't do it now since you've already resolved it. But
Yeah, well, and yeah, cash is fine. You got a 25. Okay. So bounding on all fours, strike. Running on all fours, further behind, like 60 feet, is Rogar. And then you can describe how Trillo's running, Brandon, if you would like.
I actually have a question. Can I
Mhm.
spend a key point to use Step of the Wind and run Gigafast? Like, we're running over multiple rounds, but like,
we're running over multiple rounds. You can do, you can do it at least once.
hell yeah.
And I will jolt you forward a little bit more then, for where you'll kind of pick up for here. But and then, all right, super dashing forward, turtle style. Cash grabs the kids grab on, and he just bends down and starts to jump over hills and slide back down them, creating this muddy, slippery terrain behind him. Earthquakes in the process. Before we go back to Sarek, is there anything you guys would like to describe about your movement over here? And then this like next chunk will be more of like a minute of narrative as Solus and you all just dominate them with this spell as they run over here, and then we'll connect back together in like true combat.
Uh,
Mm.
I would should clarify. Did you take into account that I have Longstrider cast on Cash?
Yes.
Okay, I was just checking. As far as like what I I imagine Cash doesn't like running doesn't actually look all that serious. Like he I don't know if this is a proper reference, but like a fat guy in a SpongeBob episode, he kind of is leaning back as he runs with each giant step. So he's not, leaning forward with his movement. Is like his upper body is catching up to his lower body type of thing. As he holds on to everyone like a bunch of grocery bags that he's trying not to let fall out.
Okay,
He's running around like Baymax.
I love it.
Guys picked up a bunch of strays.
Um. Okay. Anyone in the combat can re-roll initiative if you would like. You're more welcome to keep your previous initiative for whatever's on the track. But we are kind of changing pace here a little bit. I'm going to keep the NPCs just where they're at, just for ease. But
Same.
it's definitely a new scene, I would argue, to where you could reestablish those things. But we're going to, as you guys are running, I want to go back to Sarek. And Sarek, what do you, Solus, and Sadar do with the floating people over this brief minute here?
I was, from what I know about what Solus was gonna do, I'm pretty sure Solus was going to fry all of them with
Yeah,
chain
pretty much.
lightning.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think it's probably going to be just a frying, and then I have no reason to keep anyone here alive. Uh,
Okay.
I
Why
was going
don't?
to disintegrate the terrace.
Oh god.
Fun. Oh, fun. Okay.
Do it.
Then I think, in reference to that, I'm gonna have basically like Solus is like running around and like angling lightning bolts and other spells up through the tarrasques to hit the other things that are flying above them at the same time. Um, so
Ved
I'm
did
gonna do.
Ved did say
Hmm,
he wanted that drow woman a lot. That Sadara wanted the
yeah,
drow woman alive.
so I think I'll focus on him trying to use Howl to ensure that kind of happens, kind of thing. And then what do you? I'm gonna roll some dice. What does Sarek want to do as Solus just zips around and lightning bolts up in the air towards the various of them? They're out of six level slots now.
Um, what am I doing? Is they're sort of just doing all their shit?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I would be directly trying to affect the biggest tarrasque. I'd be sort of moving around. Specifically, I want to do a disintegrate spell on it. Not, I don't know if it'll completely disintegrate. I just want to really get this thing out of the situation so then I can have its corpse and study it.
You might. Wait, if you
It's gotta be
disintegrate it,
disintegrated. There's nothing left to be studied.
Oh, what are you talking about? I'll
Guys,
snort
I
it.
don't think he knows that. It's fine.
I don't
Just
think
let
he
him
knows
be.
how
Let
this.
the man cook.
I don't think he
Let the
knows how
man
this
cook.
spell works.
All right, let him cook.
I can snort it later.
I can snort it later.
I'll snort.
Pretty saber suck.
Let me do a couple baby Tarrasque saves for baby Tarrasque other things. 'cause I
You're
just
the big
realized.
one. The other one's afloat away.
They will float. They will float.
Um.
I cast wish to duplicate disintegrate.
Okay, baby Tarrasque have this, and lightning bolt is a line spell. So
Uh-oh.
and I don't know. Solus has already and said that she doesn't know what these are. So
Yeah, well,
I figured that out.
What's gonna get
Hmm.
reflected back at her? It looks like. Oh,
The
God.
first one is.
So she gets mad and throws a second one.
She gets mad and throws a second one. Yes. She's gonna roll dex save.
I don't think
Alright.
even we would have known that. Like, oh shit.
Whoa. Fuck.
So she does a lightning bolt like through this way, and it goes through this one, and then goes further up and hits these things because this one's further down.
Did she have the
And
spell slot for chain lightning? Because I think that's what she was going to use.
she used it on the big lady already.
Oh, yeah.
And that one reflects back to her, and then she moves out of the way, and then she goes through and decimates this one with lightning, and then it goes through and hits and takes out this guy in the air. Not like that matters too much. And then a disintegrate goes to big guy. Kind of big guy. Dexterity save. He has magic resistance. Oh, so it's advantage, but his dex sucks balls. So
Oh, baby.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think he could even hit your DC. Nope, he couldn't even hit
He
your
can
DC.
just hit my DC with a 19 or 20.
nah, it's a plus
nah,
zero.
it's +0.
I have a
Oh, it's
plus
a plus
0.
zero? I thought it was a plus 2.
No, that's
No.
Solus's.
Oh. Oh,
That's
no.
yours.
I guess only like on a nat 20 or something, maybe.
Nope.
No,
nope.
I don't do nat 20 rolls with
Oh,
saves.
shit.
So
He just can't, though.
he just can't.
He can't.
So okay, on the fail save, the target takes 10d6 plus 40. Ooh, 70.
So he takes
God damn.
70. He takes 75 force.
Loud scream in pain from that. And
So what you're saying
at
is
that
we have a chance.
that thing will roll initiative at that. And then for the next round. All right. Solus sees that, is gonna run around and is gonna, as they're up in the air trying to take them out. I think Solus will. Oh, that's too far. What cantrips do you have? Oh, 60 feet, too far away. All right. Well, AOE.
Huh.
Interesting. What's the range on that? That's a 60 feet too. So I want to do that because it reflected back. I think she realized that. Mm-hmm. Mind Sliver the Tarrasque, because if they do anything else, it reflects back at them, and they don't have a lot of HP. Like they're okay right now, but if they get hit by a big spell, it's gonna hurt.
Did they get hit by that other lightning bolt already that reflected back?
She only got hit by
Uh,
so
he got hit by forgot what you guys got hit with earlier, but like last session or something. I heard. Okay, the Tarrasque nonetheless. Big Tarrasque gets a D4 minus his next save and takes some psychic damage. And Sadar, I'm gonna just have him shoot a couple arrows just around the room. And Sarek, what are you doing? What do you want to do to help kind of?
So it like who's
we get?
alive? A lot of Tarrasques are dead. The big boy is still alive. I've used some big boy spells.
We get?
No one's on the ground, which makes things a little harder for me, honestly.
There are people over here.
Do I care about them?
Do
Hold on. There are a couple people over there. I can't get to them really easy though. That's the thing.
Sarek takes out some of the rest of like the quote unquote low level guys and then pops a few shots on them. And he probably will bark out to Sarek and Solus in common that you know, how his arrows don't seem to be hurting them too much. Kind of thing. But
Okay. If that is the case, then I I will cast Bigby's hand. Bigby's hand.
like text, yes.
Um,
Bigsby's hands. Okay. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna make it go up right next to these guys right over here.
Up in the air. Okay, yeah.
Mhm. And I'm just gonna have it.
Punch.
Since the arrows aren't really getting there, I'm gonna just do a nice squeeze on them.
Okay.
Do a big piece squeeze. Um, so that is, I think it's a melee spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just do a firebolt for the attack. 26, and then it's 48 plus
Yeah.
reinforced. Got it.
Which one are you
Sounds like a juice called
squeezing?
I'm just gonna squeeze this guy.
Okay. All right. For the
48. 10 force. Give him a squeeze.
Gives it this squeeze.
okay. All right, we'll say that you and Solus get 3 more spells before people show up. What do you want to do?
Okay. Speed run this. Got Bigby's hand out. I'm going to who is alive on the ground? Not many. It doesn't really matter. What can I hit a lot of people with? I'm going to let's see. I will just I think fireball the other tarrasques, I think. How many could I get in one of those? The floating ones. Let's see.
Ooh, like probably all of them.
Different radius.
Circle, 30-foot radius.
Yeah,
It's only 20 feet radius.
Oh, it's only 20. That's right.
So I could get those 3, I guess, or let's see.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
those 3. Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna
baby.
do a good fireball.
none of them can
Level
make the
4 for
save.
fun. Wow, that was bad. That was
Oh
bad.
yeah, well it doesn't matter. Because they can't these ones can't be the save anyways. 23 fire to those 3. Okay. I imagine Solus is using Mind Sliver to just keep the big one's attention to try to any big spells that come at it, so it can kind of
Yeah.
have a.
And I'll sort of just bonus action be using the hand.
Okay. Some punches.
It was said that this one is supposed to be kept alive.
That's the one Sadar wants to speak to.
A lady.
Okay. Lady. All right, so I'll use another round of. I should just add this as an attack, but I'll do that later. I will probably be asking for a couple more sheets because I will be doing some fuckery, but
We will do the tomfuckery.
Hey, no fucking
19
Tom.
force damage to this guy again.
I'm Tom. Don't fuck me.
Force damage.
Just so I can get a
Okay.
token for my big B.
19.
I'm Tom. Do not fuck me.
Oh,
Okay.
you shut your gob.
All right. Yeah, that hurts.
All right.
We got 2 more.
Why'd you say?
Okay, 2 more rounds. Then I can do a. Okay, I have a lot of spells. Ooh.
So many spells, fireball.
So spells.
Like-
I. That's
Oh,
honestly how it is.
Warcry.
You know what? Okay, I think I'm just gonna follow along with another. I'm just gonna try and cook them again.
Okay.
Let's see. Gonna do his fireball in the same spot.
No, they can't beat it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I keep forgetting that.
One. What the fuck?
No.
Fun. And then I'll do the exact same thing
That-
again.
That was exactly the amount of HP these 3 tarrasques had.
Awesome. Cooked them. Doing another Big B attack. Or another squeeze for 14 force.
Okay.
Baby squeeze.
I'm gonna say that one takes that guy out.
Right. And then the hand is just gonna like point over here threateningly. And then one more round.
One more, yeah.
Okay.
Damn, talk
we
about a
still
hand
have-
job.
This head is listen, somebody's gotta do these jobs. All right. So we still have those 2 are getting dealt with. This guy's still there, and then the mini tarrasque. I'm gonna do a can't do anything with that. That concentration. Fuck. Sorry. I will do a. That's not close enough. How high? They're really high. I can't do that.
100 feet up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still those 2 are 100, yeah.
How high is this guy?
Yeah, he's actually with what just shifted. He's 30 feet up.
30 feet up?
Mhm.
That's perfect. If I can get here.
Yep, that's
If I do it. God damn it! Shit, I'd have to go into the thing.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Hold on. Let me get out my.
You could do it, and then Solus could drop
Okay,
concentration.
It's fine. It's fine. Sark wouldn't mind falling 100 feet very much, but he's not gonna do it.
Let's
I'm going to just cast. Let's go with a nice chromatic orb. How about that?
Wow.
Okay, not a very nice chromatic orb. I was gonna shoot this guy with a thunder orb, but I'm guessing a nat 1 misses. Oh fuck! I rolled a nat 1. Oh shit!
Anytime it's
Oh, no.
targeted.
Uh-oh.
So,
Shit!
2 to
I gotta roll
5.
something.
You're fine. You're fine.
No, you're fine. It just is unaffected.
No, wait. Do you remember the thing on my character?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Wait,
1
what?
second. 1 second. I gotta roll it's a D6. Or
Dude.
something. What is it? Yeah, it's a D6. One sec. That is. Why did I roll 2? It's a 5. I got a 5. Okay, fuck. That's bad. That's kind of bad.
It's only your second session.
Sark, after
Everybody,
casting
please
it,
panic.
after that, Sark stares into space for just stares into space and stops moving and starts drooling.
That's not too bad. That's not the worst thing that can happen.
It's only your
It's
second
kind of
session.
bad.
How are you already fucked up?
I'll send you what happens.
It doesn't sound like it's the worst thing that could happen. Like you one of the options sounds
His
like,
eyes
Okay.
go wide and he
I
starts drooling.
cast a spell. I
I think Solus, after being attacked for what they were at this point, and then seeing the others kind of run onto the field, I think Solus will has 2 more rounds of concentration. You guys can decide when she drops it, but she will yell out, "I'm ready when you are," basically. When you want her to drop it. So, we will now start initiative with where you guys are currently at on the map, as if you're arriving at those points at the top of this round. And in the distance, you've watched Sarek and Solus and Sadar lay waste to these things for the most part. However, coming behind Strike and Trillo, they will be coming into this general area is a pack of gnolls that has gotten scent of something to follow. And Strike, I would like you, Trillo, and Rogar, and Eros. Eros, you have advantage because you have many people around you. Strike, you have advantage because of Rogar. Perception checks based upon sight.
You dare challenge my perception?
He does. He got 27. Okay. Trillo, there's a pack of gnolls. That's what you know. Okay. But they're making a lot of noise. It feels like there's a lot of them. Strike and Lust, Strike and Arrows, you both have to take a triple take as you look over the hills behind you as you're running in these last few moments, as the gnolls have tamed is not the right word, but they have 2 baby tarrasques running with them.
What the
towards
fuck?
You all.
Okay.
So you have
Looks like
you'll
you're gonna need to
at the
fix
end of this
coach.
round. At the end of this round, I'm gonna have them come on the map. So for those things. All right, Trillo, what do you want to do?
Oh my god. Are there any people on the ground or anything that I can hit that aren't in the gravity field, I guess,
Oh, that's the wrong one.
at this moment?
Need it. Not in the gravity field. Okay. Your perception as you come on the map, she's just been watching this in horror these last few minutes, just like, what the fuck? In like stunned, complete horror. And at this moment, she's going to knock herself out of it on her turn. You see about that far away on a horse is a drow woman. And then you see another guy on a horse over here. Leaning, like using that tree as partial cover. And then you saw another horse run over here, and there was something that jumped off. That happened a few moments ago. There's some other drow nearby over there, basically. Those are the only people on the ground, and that you don't know. And I don't. You can decide how much Trillo wants to know about drow. Because they're not exactly common outside of the city a lot. So.
Oh man. So she's on a horse.
Yep.
Oh,
That one
hell
and
yeah.
this one are on a horse. Ooh, and I can do this thing now. Bring you over there.
Oh hell yeah.
Ah.
I can just run. I can't run over here. All right, I'm gonna use another key point here for a step of the wind, and I'm gonna run at this one lady that's on a horse, and I'm going to full force back that ass up into it, and try to
The
knock
horse?
it over. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
So I'm gonna like
Um,
propel myself backwards.
I would
guess.
like an overrun. You can use acrobatics or athletics as
Hell yeah.
you run into the horse. And the horse will resist, but I'm gonna give it disadvantage because it's not 100% aware of you.
I will use an inspiration. Hold on one second.
Hold the fuck up.
Roll it again. What's
I,
going on?
23 feet, 75 feet to here. Run into the lower neck area of the horse, make it, and it leans forward and kicks its legs back in pain, and the drow on top flies forward 10 feet, taking 10 feet of fall damage as it lands behind you, and falls prone. The horse is going to use its reaction to run away.
That's what
Uh,
horses do when they get hit by
you
things.
know, and
Having any of interest.
what is your strength modifier?
0.
Okay, so it doesn't actually take any damage. It just
No.
like scared the shit out of it.
Yeah. It's
More or
more
less.
just to knock the drow off of the horse.
Yeah. That was and an action basically to do that, and you use your bonus action and movement, so it's behind you, prone, looking up at this odd-looking tortoise.
Well, okay, yeah. So I used step of the wind. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here. That's fine. I was like, "What's up?" Like odd looking tortoise. Like, hello.
Okay, strike. You easily see all of that with your passive perception as you run
In
onto
that
the field
case,
here.
I'm just gonna join in on the drow bullying.
You're gonna join in on the drow bullying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
fuck these
doesn't
drows.
seem too scared at first when it's just this tortoise man. Yeah, he got knocked off a horse, but he's mostly just shocked. The shock turns to utter fear as he has these two giant, well, not too giant, but these two hulking things, one much bigger than the other, just not. He probably doesn't even know what the fuck you are, Trillo, honestly. Neither you, Badger Man. Eyes go wide. What do you want to do?
Well, I think I have to rage again, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
rage but two.
Yes. I look down to Drow and say, "Oh, don't worry. I won't hurt you too badly." And then I'm gonna grapple that bitch.
You're gonna grapple.
Yeah, grapple that bitch.
He's gonna grapple that bitch specifically.
Okay. Oh, where's his sheet? Close the sheet. I didn't close the sheet. All right. He will. He can't get it to a 29. Doesn't mean he's not gonna try. Let's see how well he tries. It's a half-hearted effort. It's mostly fear. You grab onto him. He is prone. What do you do?
I'm gonna bitch slap him with the pimp hand. 1 and 2. And it's of advantage, of course, because grapple.
Because prone.
And grapple.
Yeah, he's prone.
Grapple
Does
does
mean
not
damage?
give you advantage.
I keep
Um,
confusing the two. Either or.
Well, with the slashing damage, it's not really a bitch slap. It's more like you slap him and then your nails at the tail end just cut across his face.
You try to slap him, but then your close just reaches
It is quite clear after that second hit to both of you. He is very bloody. He spits out blood. The gash after from that first one is just like an inch wide. It almost is cutting through the flesh on his cheek to where you can see his teeth.
Oh my god.
Dear God.
So,
He needs
Wait
to go
a
to the
second.
dentist.
I think I can do something else. Nah. I don't. I was mistaken. End of turn.
all right, coming into this area, Nouvelle dashes off to these rocks to take some cover, and that's her turn. Solus is going to Wait. Nouvelle is going to do that, and is going to sprint a little bit more. Solus. There's still a big ass tarrasque, and then there's this other baby tarrasque. Solus is going to has one more round after this one for concentration on things. Doesn't want to lose that just yet. I think they'll just do.
That's a Tig ass Barask.
It has a D4 minus to this, which it definitely needs to roll. It passes. Oh, just barely. Solus is gonna move back a little bit away. Althea is gonna hop off and is not gonna go that far. Althea is gonna run off to the side here, and then Althea is. God damn it! She took all the fun.
You
And
sound way too much like your father.
She kind of smiles at you as that's a compliment. And she just a lightning bolt comes from the sky and shatters into this lady here. And she's going to use one of her. Oh, it doesn't matter. She's an indomitable. Doesn't matter. And advantage. Strike. I believe that hits you.
Yeah, sure.
I need a con save.
Gun save. No problem.
Come see.
Okay. Well, it reveals itself. That's what happens. This guy, you're so far away. He's just like, I just want to throw a javelin. Fuck.
Giving the middle finger.
This lady is going to get her horse over to here, and then she's going to like knock herself out of it, and then knock herself out of the stupor, I guess. Brillo, 24, I think hits.
Yeah, that hits me. Ow.
10 piercing, and I need a con save.
Okay. 10 piercing and a con save.
Oh shit. All right. The lady.
Here comes.
Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that, but there you go.
Wait, don't you have a purity of body?
Yeah.
You're immune to poison, so you wouldn't even need to roll to save.
Well, I rolled the save anyway. It would be
Eric,
really
a
funny.
light
Good
crossbow shot flies by your left shoulder as you walk by over here. All right, Arrows. What do you do? You're
Eros,
inside cash.
Eros, seeing the gnolls, is going to plop Donovan and Roxana on the ground and will say to these three here, stick together, don't go towards the flying dead bodies. And she's going to
Donovan's like, what bodies? That's mostly blood.
exactly.
They have been
When she drops that
demotorized.
spell, it's gonna be so metal.
Rain of blood. Eros is then going to. How far away are the gnolls?
The ones coming behind you?
Yeah.
They'll be in these squares at the start of the next turn.
That
So they're like 100 feet, we'll say.
100 feet. Okay.
You won't get all of them, but like a couple of them are like 100 feet.
How many of them are there?
About a dozen and a half, you think?
Dozen and a half.
Like, yeah, like 18, 17, 18, something like that.
Oh. Okay. Then, yeah. So I will cunning action dash from a bonus action, and then that'll be 60. Since his Cash's base speed is 50 feet, with Longstrider that's 60 feet. So then they should be within 40 feet, and I will use the active crystal rhino charge to charge at the one that's at the very front for 40 feet of movement.
Okay. Within the last 10 feet of this movement, one of the baby trash jumps out of this like hill area and like slams into you. So you end up hitting one of them instead.
Cool.
Nonetheless, they need to roll a dexterity save. This is not a magical effect.
No, it is not. It's just straight punching.
Okay.
So I will deal bludgeon ankle to the number of feet. So that's 40 feet. So it takes 40 bludgeon damage, and this is magical. And I guess I'm also shoving it back an equal number of feet, so it also gets knocked 40 feet back.
Okay.
So if there's anyone behind them when this happens,
Nope, not exactly behind them. No. Oh, wait.
because I'm charging at them, so
And they fall prone. Okay. We'll say that. Okay, it hits. It crunches about 2 gnolls in the process.
nice.
Okay. Is that so? Basically, Eros moves the equivalent of like here on the map, but slightly off the map, further south. As that happens. Okay.
Yeah.
That's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donovan will dash over to this rock here. Sarek. Do.
It's me. Okay, I wipe the drool from my face and my eyes focus again. I go, weird. Okay. I still have my big hand. How damaged does she look?
What's your wisdom score?
My wisdom score?
Mhm.
My wisdom.
Or
I have
medicine.
medicine. I do have proficiency. No, I don't. Never mind. I don't. Fuck. Okay. No, I wouldn't know probably. I have 0.
Okay, 0. She's been hit a few times, and she looks disoriented, but she doesn't look wounded yet, so to speak.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna just punch that guy then.
The other guy. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna shoot him with a firebolt.
Oh!
Sweet.
Well, that hits.
Okay.
And we
Jesus.
do max crit rules, so that's 24 plus 30.
Okay. 54.
Jesus fuck!
Yep. I'm gonna say that kills him because that's a lot of
Yo,
damage.
Just a
and he's gonna-
firework.
You totally trick shot at that, right?
I think you meant to cast Disintegrate instead, right?
Yes, that was almost as much damage as your disintegrate.
I'm gonna say that spell wrong. Okay. Then I'm just gonna go over. The hand is going to. The hand is going to try and grapple the female drow.
All right.
It's a grappling extravaganza.
I'm gonna give her disadvantage because she's very disoriented right now with this.
What? How do I use this again? It's got
I think it's
a plus
plus
8
8.
strength.
plus
Yeah.
8.
Okay, so just roll a d20 and then.
Uh,
All right, that's 16.
She has an
That's
18.
bad.
She
So
got an 18.
cool.
So
Yeah.
So she kicks the thumb back away from the Bigby's hand and like spins back a little bit, and she's able to kind of keep it away. But
It flips the middle finger at her, and then I just sort of move over and just shake my fist. Come on down here so we can finish this.
I
Sadar
can't
will
see
have
more.
Hal stay there and tell Hal to make sure none get away, and Hal will run off over there. And Sadar will yell out to Sir, "Don't kill her!"
I know. I'm trying to grab her.
Oh, and he looks finally like fully sees what the hand like he shakes his head in confusion. Um, and he will turn around and at about where Eros is at disadvantage, but it's a longbow. He's going to start taking some shots at some gnolls. He only gets 2, so the 7 hits. 7 damage. That's it. Okay. And then Hal runs over and is about to go like chomp on this lady over there. Next time. The young Tarrasque. Yeah, it's still kind of weighted down. It doesn't have, thankfully, a ranged attack. So it just kind of like twists and turns. Roxana hops off there and runs over to Althea and is going to take the dodge action and is just like, I'll stay with you, girl. Like she's protecting her, but she really, it's honestly is like Althea is protecting her. Like Roxana, she can do things in combat, but she's not really a great combatant. But anyway, Drow that's prone, bloody, has a tortoise and a badger above him, grappled and pinned.
This is not how I thought I would die.
Nope, not at all. He is going to. I think he will try once. I will spend an inspiration to give him advantage. I will give it to Lust. And he will try an acrobatics to break out of the grapple.
Good luck.
We still got to roll.
I know.
Oh,
It's stalemate. What happens now?
Rolly.
It goes to defender, so you're the defender technically in this aspect. So, all right, then that's his action. That's his turn because he can't move. Trillo at the start of the round, running past Cash. Cash can get one opportunity attack on either a group of gnolls, a singular gnoll, or a baby trash because they run past him.
I'm going to attack. Uh, doo-doo-doo. We're just gonna attack the Tarrasque.
Okay.
Yeah, just go with the Tarrasque.
So 26 hits.
Jeez.
Yay.
Jesus.
2 FB plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
About that.
Exactly. It'll make sense eventually. Don't worry, or it won't, and then you'll just live with it. But you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living with it.
Okay. Cash is a little bit further off on the map. And I forgot to roll initiative for Rogar. So Rogar,
He can go. He got stuff to hit.
Rogar. I think Rogar would have dashed over towards them anyways. So, with last turn. Okay. Two. You. Oh, nope. Mm-hmm.
Rogar gonna kill a man for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Are
Deal with
you?
the consequences of that.
Oh, you know, bloodlust. No biggie.
Oh my god.
All right. So Trillo, basically, over there in that area, in the rocky area where you guys came in, you see two baby lizard hippo things run over, and
I
then
know
there's
what those are.
snolls and whatnot slavering
Yep.
around, and then looking up as the blood is still hanging in the air at this point. And then what do you do?
Gross. Oh well, this lady shot me, so I'm gonna go hit her. So I run up. Is she still on her horse? She's still
Yep.
mounted?
Yep. She's on the horse.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna punch her horse like one time.
Poor
So I'll
horse.
just walk up, I'll like tiger palm her horse.
Poor horse.
Okay.
Yeah, 25 definitely hit. It's not
This
a
why did it roll? Oh, it says 8. It's an 8 to
okay.
damage.
It is an
The
8.
horse takes it, but you give it a bloody
Yep.
nose.
Does it freak out and want to fall over and drop a bit, or
I think I'll give her a deck save as it rears back. And she falls off the horse, but is able to tumble off in such a way that it goes away, and then these two horses are
so
long gone.
so I'll turn around and I'll fucking punch her with my extra attack.
Okay.
6,
She can't hit
9.
that. 9. Okay.
Yep. So and then I will use a key point to flurry of blows her. So I'll hit her 2 more times. And one of which is going to be with my hands of harm. So I'll hit
How
her like that.
harmful?
It's very harmful. It's gonna hurt really bad.
My
27, yes.
hands are harm.
So that's 15.
15.
Yep.
Okay.
And then my leftover unarmed strike from Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And
All those 26.
yeah, dude.
Aw. All right. She is flabbergasted by the flurry of punches.
Yeah.
That is your turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got her ass.
The gnolls come to there, and they find Donovan and Nouvelle around the rocks, and they are going to. They only can get one of them in that way. So which one? Let's do a D4. Okay. They'll continue with their first idea. They kind of like Donovan hugs the rock a little bit, and they like almost run past him pretty much and ignore him, and find the drow Nouvelle and just overwhelm her. And she needs to roll a dex save.
Oh shit.
She
Ah!
beats the deck save, but she still takes
Oh.
24 piercing damage as they come up all around her.
Mother of fuck.
Ow.
Strike. What do you do?
Hmm. Can I grapple the tarrasque?
Can you?
Oh, can you?
Baby tarrasque.
It is a baby. It's one size bigger than yours, so yes, you
But
can.
how heavy is it?
Good luck.
A fucking ton it.
This
Wait.
this is like you need like a 30 plus to lift this thing off the ground.
Well, there goes one idea.
About
Then I'm just grabbing the drow, take a running start, leap into the air, and do my barbarian athletics thing to jump higher. 29 feet to that, so it's like just rounding 30 feet. And then I wanna, yeah, I'm jumping with him exactly.
Okay, so you reactivate rage again?
Why do I need to reactivate it? I took damage and dished out damage.
Okay, well to get the extra movement, I'm confused.
No, that's let me post it. Bestial soul, what the fuck you pronounce it? Here, I have the jump thing, the last part.
Okay.
oh my god.
It still takes away from your speed. It doesn't give you more speed. It still takes away your speed. But yeah, you can jump that. So you
Yeah, of
use
course it takes away. Not arguing that part. I want to
okay.
throw him into the horde of gnolls. Make them all take full damage.
All right, you got to get a pretty high check to throw him more than 20 feet.
Should be doable. I'm using inspiration for that. That's better.
Okay. Skids across the ground, takes some damage, tumbles, lands prone, kind of next to them. And then okay. Is that your turn?
Nope. Now they've got my that guy tossed over there. I had a brain fart for a moment, sorry. I'm gonna lose the remaining speed to jump over here. And just blade into the tarrasque. Where is it? There's my claws. Fuck.
Oh god.
Fuck. Is any of that it?
Nope.
Fuck it, my action search.
Wait, action surge.
Okay.
And bonus action. Wait, that was the wrong claw. Reroll. Just for the damage. Same modifier.
Jesus. Fuck Tarrasque, man.
That's the proper claw.
It's a proper claw. It's a proper claw.
Yeah, the other was weaker. And I can't use them right now because they are transformed, so it doesn't make sense really, would it?
Okay. I
Uh-huh.
assume that's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Nouvelle is going to disengage and run over here and say, Donovan, get the fuck out of there. Solus can't concentrate anymore on
Ready blah.
the spell.
Yeah.
So, lady closest to Sarek takes the full brunt of this.
Good. A little bit easier to
Uh,
grapple.
and
oh,
fall damage to her, landing prone. And then Three. Okay, the other Tarrasque fall take some fall damage, but also like the chains like whip and fall around and hit them a couple times in the process too. And I'm gonna say this one falls prone, and is grappled by it. The big one just falls prone, from that. Solus is going to move first. Doesn't know how fast this thing is, and is gonna probably dash. Because they're one of the closest to the Tarrasque, and it's facing their general direction. Null guy goes up to Drow, and in Null, you don't understand what he says, but basically calls him pathetic. And he is going to.
Poor guy just can't catch a break.
No, he can't. I was gonna leave him alone too. I was just gonna let him stay in shock after getting knocked off of a horse.
Nah, get
The,
yeeted.
the Drow is able to block him both times, though, even
Oh,
prone.
damn.
Just turn. And then the Knoll just kind of cackles, and then these things like turn around, and then they turn around. They see Donovan. Some of them do too now. Althea sees that, and Althea runs over here and is going to. On the big group of gnolls. And this guy hops out of the tree for half his move and then runs over here and then reloads his coral on shoots at Trillo. Trillo 8, and then yeah, you're immune to things. He doesn't know that. Lady who you just punched
Oh,
gets her shield gets her shield situated and then is going to attack Trillo as well. Trillo takes 10 more.
Wow. Poison this
This
bitch, but next time I hit her, I'm gonna poison this bitch. I swear to God.
this lady stands after falling 100 feet, takes it off as best she can. Somehow she's like fine, and more or less just obviously looks pretty much like what she's gone through, and looks over at Sarek with a
I
raised
wave.
up. You just wave at her. Okay. uh, she is. I need to remind myself what this does.
it's been so long. What did she do again?
Um. Okay. All right. That makes sense with that. Okay. Then she's going to uh bonus action second wind.
We don't like that.
Uh, and
She needs another squeeze.
How dare you disintegrate?
then
Fuck your ashes.
she has a shield on her arm. She draws a long sword as she walks towards you. A beautiful, beautiful long sword.
I roll my
And
eyes.
and she is going to. Well, I think we both know how this is going to end.
Do we
Not a
know?
long sword, a rapier. And she is going to.
We know how this is going to end.
She
Oh,
rolls
you're going to kill me. I've done it before. It's not scary.
She doesn't have disadvantage.
Oh. Aw.
1, 2,
Oh!
3, 4.
I will cast shield.
Okay.
So
The
let's see.
31, I think, is the only one that hits.
Two hits, 2 misses.
Okay. So
Arcane Ward absorbs that.
15 and 13.
Arcane Ward breaks. Wait, no, hold on. Arcane Ward receives. How much does it get from shield? It gets. Let's see. Okay, hold on.
Like, she didn't get an out.
First level higher hit points twice the level of the spell. So Arcane Ward takes 4 of that until it is down to 9. Arcane Ward breaks and hits into my 10 hit points, and I still have 10 hit points.
Yay.
She will
There you go.
actions. She will action surge.
Oh god.
Cool.
1, 2, 3,
What the fuck?
4.
Oh!
None of those
Fucking-
hit.
Oh, hit her back.
Smack her! Slap
Okay.
her!
We do
Yeah, smack her
allowed
back.
opportunity attacks if they get a crit 1 for you to attack back if you can. So
To attack back, I would literally be doing. I have a dagger.
Stab
Do
her.
it!
The fuck?
it's up to you.
Do it.
There, just stab her.
No, I used my reaction, so I can't anymore.
Oh, that's
That
true.
dude
That's
is
true.
free damage.
That's true. It's a good thing you did use your reaction, because otherwise that would have been like 4 more
I would
hits.
have fucked. I'm fine though. I'm just
She
standing.
looks angry as fuck right now.
There's this
Just-
floating arcane
and
ward in
she
front of me with a
sees-
bunch of cracks in it.
Then she sees Sidar over there, and then sees the blood and everything going around. The tarrasques starting to roll over after falling. Like she let anger take over, and now she's realizing the situation she's in a little bit. And then okay, that's her turn.
I was just supposed to end again?
She's confident. That doesn't mean she's smart. Okay, this Tarrasque goes over to Nouvelle.
Oh gods.
As the closest thing to attack, and it can make. It charges over with its horns first. He ducks out of the way, and then it goes for claw, and she just can't get her shield up in time.
Huh.
And she takes 15.
Oh.
She couldn't have parried that. She only can parry up to a 23. That is that turn. All right, Eros. We're gonna say your movement this turn gets you to that square, more or less.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna activate Weapon Crystal Polybolus on the Null Horde. Why was that hard to say? And so it hits 3 targets. Does a 20 at least hit?
If that, yeah, 20 hits.
Okay, so then we will then be dealing that damage, and they're all clumped up too, so their friends gotta be making them saves as well.
So does Donovan.
What if I aim it like right in the center, so he's not like at the ones like directly in the center?
Okay. Since it's a horde, sure. Okay, creatures within 5 feet of
Wait 4 seconds.
Alright, then it'll be really just this guy. He fails. So from like shrapnel exploding from this guy just gets obliterated as it hits him from the back end. runs back. And then you take out quite a few of the gnolls within the horde there. Is that your turn?
Did you only use my base movement?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm bonus action. I'm using cunning action to get to attempt to superimpose myself between Donovan and the horde as
Okay.
best as I can.
Okay. Then Donovan will rage.
Yeah.
boy.
Move up.
The first time I think I've raged with Donovan. And Donovan jumps on top of these creatures, and he's going to one of them hits, which is better than nothing. Sarek, you got an angry drow in your face.
Now
All
stab her
right.
like 9 times back. So it's even.
I have to do a few things here, I think. Could you just surrender? It would make things a lot easier for everyone. Or you could kill me. Well, we'll find out. I'm going to cast let's see. Which one is funnier? Whatever. I cast Rhymes Binding Ice as I just blow a wall of frost into her. And I'm casting that at, let's see. Let's just go crazy. 7th level.
Okay.
Fail
One
save.
gold damage.
Just out of range.
A creature.
Oh wait, no, it
damage.
would be like this. I do hit the edge of this guy.
Okay.
Isn't it a cone in front of you?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a
it's
con.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't. Fuck.
Well,
All
fuck.
right. Well, nonetheless, they need to roll a con save. 21.
Oh man,
I'm
that's
gonna
rough.
use one of their indomitable.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
Oh
Okay.
Jesus!
What the hell, Seth? Stop.
Stop it!
You know what? Inspiration.
So,
Really good.
okay,
That's
give me
too
inspiration. All right, one more. There you
Fuck.
go.
Overshot.
All right, so on the fail save, 6 shots. Did it take half? Yes, half damage. Okay. So
Fucking damage is this gonna be?
46, 23. 23 isn't bad, though. It's literally her second wind. You literally just took it away.
No,
Pretty
you only
good.
get one wind.
okay.
Probably has a third wind.
Is
Too late.
that your turn?
Right. Right.
Bye. Right. Well,
Is she gonna
bye.
opportunity attack me?
Yes.
Shield. And I know that shield doesn't stop it from hitting me. I'm casting it to give me more hit points because it does that. I'll be using my protective verses, which give me 2d10 10 hit points whenever I cast the abjuration spell. When I'm almost
Okay.
out of those. But it also recharges my arcane ward a little bit.
Okay, cool.
That does hit.
Okay.
Run away!
All right. So that takes out my arcade ward again and takes away the 10 hit points. So there we go.
He took away your second wind. You took away her second wind.
Yeah.
Perfect equilibrium.
I don't know what this does.
So we're gonna do it.
I still don't know what it does. So okay. Nonetheless,
Oh, fucking run.
Howl comes over and mauls into Drow guy here. And Drow guy parries him actually and misses at the last second. Sadar then runs over to Sarek and in Undercommon says, "You are but moments away from losing. I think it is in your best interest to back down," and he will ready a shot towards them. He will cast his favorite foe on her as well. And we'll call that his turn for now. Where are you? All right. This thing stands from being prone. Takes half its move, and then it will drag the other things kind of behind it as it starts to move closer to where it perceives enemies to be, which actually would be everything going on. I'm gonna say for good old drama's sake, he starts climbing up towards Solus. And then Rogar. Goodness gracious. Rogar will probably come up next to Strike. And you'll use his bonus action to activate his Dragon Heart. And then he will Great Sword. Action surge because he doesn't like looking like a fool in front of his Papa Strike, and so
Oh my dad.
Rogar takes out that.
Hey!
Hey.
High five! That's my boy!
Roxana will run over here, and Roxana will take the dodge action again, but she'll cast a third level healing word on Nouvelle. So that's 10, 12. And Trello. What'd you do?
How bad is this drow looking? Is she fine?
Mm, percentage Y in health, that's about the same as you.
Okay, so she's chill. So I'm gonna hit her a bunch more times. I'm gonna punch her a bunch of times.
Ecke in the Schnoz.
The first one.
Ooh.
Miss.
That misses.
The second
Dodge and
one.
weave. Dodge and weave.
You bitch. I'm gonna flurry of blows her again. And this third one is gonna be my hands of harm.
Dodge and weave.
Damn, dude! What the hell is wrong with me, man?
You used up all your hits.
Doing
Well,
another bonk.
I still have a hands of harm, bro. I'm still allowed to use it once per round.
24. She cannot parry. That hits.
Okay, cool. She takes that. And then I would also like to impose upon her. Where is it?
Nope. Well, we getting our
Positions,
first
touch, no
stun?
post.
Oh no.
Oh, I could use a stun too, but
Use or hands-on creature poison condition.
She
Okay,
is
so they're
now
just
poisoned. So
they're
the last
just
one, I kind
poisoned.
of
Okay.
punch her really hard in the stomach. Now she's poisoned.
Okay. That is that your turn?
Yes, sir.
No save,
All
no
right.
nothing. She's just fucking poisoned.
Just
No
fucking
save, no
poison.
nothing. She's fucking
Awesome.
poisoned. No save, no nothing. Get poisoned.
Okay. These things do not like the predicament they're in. I'm gonna say. They're going to rise, scream, and rampage. I
You're
need
done.
both Cash and Donovan to roll dexterity saves.
Okay.
I got you.
I will inspiration to reroll that.
Where's my voice sheet? Here it is. Deck save.
Wow. Okay.
Well, at least he takes off.
Thanks, game.
Okay, so Donovan takes, which is 22. Cash takes damage for the first time. They go through his
I
damage threshold.
will use runic wards to reduce it by 32. So I will only take 13
Okay.
damage. Oh, wait, and this is not magical too, right?
Yes, technically.
So it's actually wait, so I'm already resistant to it, so I don't so it would go below the threshold. So then I don't take any
Yes.
damage.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
forgo that. I fuck them.
Yeah. They just don't understand what cash is, so a bunch of spears just break on his stomach as they try to stab into it. All right, but well, technically Donovan would only take 11 because of resistance. So, 2. All right. Strike. What do you do?
I give Donovan a little pat on the head, and then I'm gonna leap on over there into the fray.
Leap into the fray.
Gonna take a running start, and I'm gonna do the jumpy thing again. Boop. That's 20 feet I can jump. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Go right here. And lay into those fuckers. Yeah, is it all it?
Yeah, it looks like that.
It looks like it.
Jeez.
It hits, yes.
I'd say so.
Okay. The gnolls now look like they're wanting to retreat after Strike joins into the fray. But this guy barks at them in their language to hold their ground, basically. Not realizing that they're.
They're what? They're what?
What?
So your turn.
But you kind of just got. Was it just me, or did you just cut out? Or is it on my end?
I don't know.
Made it cut out for whatever. Whatever.
Was that your turn?
Yeah, my turn. This is my turn. This is my turn. This is my turn.
Okay. Nouvelle looks behind her. She was going to disengage, but then Roxana moved forward, and so did, the other girl. So she stands her ground. And she draws her short sword now and is going to try to attack the Tarrasque.
Do it.
She's able to cut in towards its shoulder for one of the attacks, and Solus is going to. I think Solus is just going to dash to kind of regroup back up with everyone and maybe lead the thing on a wild goose chase. And then Knoll guy. Yeah.
No guy. He's got no, and he's also a guy.
Strike takes
No guy.
5.
Smells really bad, and he's missing an I know guy.
There's no way that you're surviving this one.
Advantage.
Through the demon lands, no man slams again. It's no guy.
Okay.
No guy.
Um.
Ripping up a body, he's no
Okay, takes 8. Fires a lightning bolt at the one Nouvelle's engaged with. This guy is regretting life choices. He basically says an utter common, fuck this, let's go, and he runs away from Hal. And Hal is gonna try to maul him.
Driving through the wasteland.
He parries the attack. This lady is going to agree with him but disengage and then run over here to him. Lady here.
Driving through the wastelands on a cool ass bike. It's no guy.
Oh god. There's a bike? Yeah.
There's a bike. Funny.
He's a bike.
It's less of a bike and more a tricycle, but no guy.
What?
I thought you meant like a motorcycle. You meant like an actual bike. He's just rolling up on an actual bike.
A tricycle.
Well, he hasn't graduated from training wheels yet. You know, he's trying to trying to keep going, sort of thing. He needs to stay stable.
To be fair, he's a knoll. Cut him some slack.
Rolling around on his big wheel, no guy.
As she walks up to Sarek again and then to Sadar, she positions herself in such a way to be able to defend against both of you, and then a shadowy form of herself just erupts next to Sadar, and she looks down back at the others that are kind of, and then there's Cash, and there's just carnage happening back there. And she will use her action to ready. And she is going to.
Call the pound of power.
No, I take that. I take that back. I gotta look at her motivations. I take that back. She says, I don't know who you two are, but I know what that is. And that's something that belongs to my mother. And I will bring it back to her. And she will attack Sadar.
Oh gods.
Oh my god!
She
Not
will.
Reroll. I spent an inspiration. Reroll that.
I meant Sarek. I meant Sarek.
Come on, guys. That's fine. You can. Hey, listen. You
Not
can
a
stab this
crit.
guy. He's cool with it.
She unleashes an incarnation, which basically means she gets an attack through her echo.
Oh god, she's a fucking what's it
Echo
called?
Knight.
Echo
That
Knight.
will also attack Sadar.
Oh my god.
Echo Knight.
Then her next 3 attacks go towards Sarek.
The ones that don't hit. God damn it.
All right, so 1 hits Sarek,
One hits.
God.
and then 2
This is the first time blood has been drawn from Sarek.
Ah,
Well,
you've wounded me. You wound me,
I
Harry.
Two
forgot
will
about
hit
this.
Sadar. Sadar. The hits will activate what he was going to do as held action, so disadvantage.
Dodge like this
Ching
firefly.
ching. His arrows as she walks forward. And he, I think, favored foe's concentration, isn't it?
Not
Favored
sure.
foe, I'm not sure is, but I know that I think it acts like Hunter's Mark, but not concentration. You know what I mean? I
Is it
think, right?
As if you're concentrating on a spell. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's stupid.
Huh. Interesting.
It is. But you basically can cast it a bunch of times. So hang.
Ooh.
Well, they lose their favorite foe. Nevertheless, that is her turn. Where are you, baby Trask? There are you, baby Trask. Baby Trask will baby Trask. Bite Shallow Butter, and then claw. Shallow Butter cannot parry a 25. Eros, what do you do?
Okay, this might be this might be a little complicated, but not too complicated. So Eros would like to grab the baby Tarrasque by the tail, and if she wants to lift it, and if it's not too difficult to lift up, she'll want to spin around and slam the Tarrasque into the group of gnolls.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper its dexterity check to avoid the grapple. Because I clicked it already, and I want to see what you roll first. It doesn't have the highest dexterity, so okay, you narrowly grab the very tippy end of the tail. Only because Cash is what he is he able to even lift this thing.
Yeah.
So it's like the heaviest flail that he's like, thinks Sauron, Battle of the Rings, giant fucking flail, Witch King, giant fucking flail. Just like, how the fuck are you even lifting that thing? A 25. I would like an attack roll, if you would please.
Okay.
On the gnolls.
I'll just do beyond. Right. I can't. I have no more inspiration, so I can't reroll that.
Okay.
Wait. That's
I'm
wrong.
gonna give you an inspiration because I want to see this work.
Yeah. Okay. Also,
He can do whatever he wants.
can he do whatever? Can't do so. I'm just looking at something real quick. Why? Oh, that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm trying to look at. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Once more into the breach.
Okay, that is. All right. Roll damage.
Okay.
Okay. The extra spikes from the Tarrasque give it an extra good flair. As it crunches into them, the Tarrasque takes a little bit of damage along the way, of course. The gnolls, there's like 2 gnolls left in this pack. By the end of that. That's your action for to be sure. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Donovan is going to just howl like a good coyote does and run at the closest one and just action, free attack, and tears into one of the remaining gnolls, ripping out part of his, chest hair and bleeding into his throat. Sarek, what do you do?
All right, I'll give you one more chance to surrender, or else things are gonna get a little more rough for you.
If as part of your turn, if you would like to roll an intimidation check to
Just
see
to
if
get
you
a little
can.
one in. He's not trying too hard.
Okay. Um.
It's just like, no.
No. Rolls
I'm hoping you say no.
rolls a 1. Like,
One,
Yes,
two,
I'm hoping you say
three,
no.
4, 5.
clearly you're outmatched.
She like okay. She has a rapier and shield, so there's like it's like the rapier's really high up close to her face, and the shield's like facing towards you as you join over there with Sidar, and there she lowers it down like a half inch so you can see her eyes just a little bit better, and she takes the briefest look as that's going on north to the carnage, the blood just everywhere, and then the howl of Donovan draws her attention over here, and she. How do I know that I'm not just meat for the grinder?
You are valuable to my companions, and I don't kill for no reason.
I think Sidar will probably echo as a free action. I will ensure that you are alive. Is all he says. He doesn't give like a time limit or anything, and she definitely notes on that. What does Sarek want to do though?
If is she's like showing that she's like
She is showing that she's willing to back down, but she's obviously like scared right now. It's obvious that like this whole situation is not how she woke up and expected the day to be.
then we shall ensure harm will not befall you. And I make a wall of force sphere around her.
Fuck. Okay.
Wall of
It
force.
wasn't a question.
Well, she's a nothing can physically pass through God's me told him. Probably a muffled like what the fuck and undercomment as it comes around her, but
I do a
okay.
little bow and then lean against it and start smoking.
Um, with that, I'm gonna say, yeah, she can't do that to her turn anyways. Sadar is like looks at you. I don't think he has any Arcana to understand this. No, I she's she's safe in there. He says.
He is sealed and nothing can penetrate that. At least not with the magic left around here.
Uh, then he will move to the other side of you, and he will take aim at the remaining gnolls, and then he'll call out to
Oh!
the others. Uh,
Bro?
Damn, bro.
oh, favorite enemy isn't supposed to be up there, but that's okay.
Bro.
Damn.
He will.
Wait, his damage isn't maxed out. What the fuck?
Yeah, I have to fix that later. He will. I mean not to do that. Okay.
Oh god.
He.
Hey, more dead dwarfs.
Oh yeah, I forgot those were there. They're supposed to be there. Oops. Nonetheless, he takes out the horde. And
The bodies just spring up out of nowhere. Ah, what the fuck?
this thing is dragging forward. And like part of the bodies of like the tarrasques and stuff get dragged forward as it moves, and like the chains and everything too, and it's like slowly moving away from where it fell, and obviously looks disoriented and confused, and is just yeah, it's that's the gist of that. Rogar.
I I feel a bit sorry for the one that's alive and getting dragged along.
Yeah, you know. The Rogar will come over here and help with this thing. And Roxana will run over to Bell. And just because I think it's hilarious. No, she can't do that anyway, so it doesn't matter. She'll do a healing word again on Nouveau. And Philip, what do you do?
There is another tarrasque in the horde, right? Over
Yes.
here.
Yep.
And then there's one right here.
Yep.
Oh god.
The difference in tone of those. Yeah.
Oops,
Man.
all tarrasques.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I can still help. I'll throw some giant explosives at it, I guess.
I'm gonna run at that, I think. So can I make it over there? I can. If I use another key point to run fast, I can get over there. Let's go.
We have key points for
Monk.
days.
Yeah, Monk, using your resources, be like, I run fast. So we're over here. And then I'm gonna hit it. I'm just gonna punch it twice.
I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch it twice.
I will. Yeah, punch it one time. Hell yeah. If I can click what I'm supposed to be clicking, that'd be great.
Take it to the limit. Oh,
22.
And I just realized that's interesting, but that works. Oh yeah, 22 hits.
22 hits? Hell yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I have to spend the key point for the. I do. So I will spend the key point for the Hands of Harm. Damage.
Yeah.
And then I'll punch it again. Punch.
oh,
22.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's just going to be a regular 11
ooh.
damage to the dome.
Okay. That takes
And then
care of that. All right, strike. What do you do?
I'm turning around to the node thingy. And I'm going to say to him, are you trying to kill me? Or are you just trying to tickle me or something?
He cackles at you as he doesn't understand common.
You can't even understand me. That's just right. I'm going to kill you now.
Four attacks. Okay. All right, the second attack will kill him.
Oh,
So
and
the
I
other
guess
two attacks on the
oh
Tarrasque.
yeah, just on the Tarrasque. Snap it the fuck up.
Okay. And the third. This thing moans out in horrendous pain from that. What? Is that your turn? I think so.
Yes, sir.
All right, Nouvelle will. I think Nouvelle will come over and.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Damage.
Interesting.
It's a lot of
Oh.
damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage.
Release
Okay,
flex my butt.
Nouvelle will cut it into its eyeball and fall down to the
Oh.
ground. And Solus, the brave Trillo.
Brave
See
Trello.
that she's not alone. She'll climb up to the top of this kind of hill here, and she will. If she does anything else other than this, it like reflects back at her. So, she's gonna. Ooh, that's really good damage.
Ooh.
Intelligence save. You beat the
Aha!
intelligence save.
Oh.
Jeez.
All right.
They're proficient in saves. That doesn't mean they're smart, but they are proficient in some saves. All fate. There's nothing else alive over here in the range of a thingy. She's gonna.
That got me broken.
She's gonna run over next to the tree. What's going on? Whoa! Sees the lady banging on the weird invisible wall. These two are going to go off the map. For ease of things, that's what happens.
Run away.
And then this lady is there. Okay. So yeah, that's what happens. She releases her echo, realizing she's trapped, and she doesn't want to incur the wrath of a mage inside of a trapped enclosed space like this. And then her eyes dart over to the young drow when she comes through the trees right there, and she looks at Althea with an odd sense of recognition that Sidar and Sarah both feel.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Um, and Eros, what do you do? Everything around you is dead. We're only in combat because there's a tarrasque with a tortoise up there.
Yeah. So Eros is going to bonus action, cunning action, dash, and then is going to
Jenny.
utilize
Yay.
Rhino Charge. That's 3 crystals I have used. And she is going to Rhino Charge against this Tarrasque in particular.
Hmm. Yeah,
With,
I hadn't rolled that one into combat because it's just like squirming on the ground.
yeah.
It's like under a chain.
It's like wrapped up in all the chains being dragged. So it's like
Poor guy.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
moved 50
at least it's
feet,
not
so
just blood.
okay. So how much feet?
no, I moved 40 feet. I moved 40 feet, so it'd be 40 points of damage.
Okay. So you punch into this, you charge into this with your rhino charge, and it flies back 40 feet. And
It's chained up too, so
the way it tumbles and crumples, I'm gonna say it flies back and pulls him back half the distance. And the way he falls on the ground, he is not. Yeah, he's done. Uh, okay, that was forced movement, not willy movement, so you don't get an opportunity attack, unfortunately. But nonetheless,
what?
that's your turn, right?
Yeah, that'd be my turn.
Okie dokie. Donovan, seeing that, is going to basically dash right behind you. He loses his rage at the start of his next turn. With that, he bangs, and is just then looks flabbergasted as Cash runs behind you and just barrels into the tarrasque, flies it across, and then she just stops banging and just looks like, holy fuck.
You're the
And then
safest you can be in there. This is a boon for you.
Sarek, get an inspiration point.
Thank you.
Creepy, bro.
You know, this is me
uh,
being really nice. I'm going to the big Taras is still alive, right?
yes.
Fireball!
Fireball!
I cast
Fireball.
fireball.
Full fireball!
It
I'm doing like up here, so it only hits the
It's
Yeah, for sure.
it literally cannot save against it.
Nah, bro, you can hit me.
This one, yeah, no, I can't either. An
Yeah!
adult Tarrasque
That,
could, but this one
that's
could.
how I immediately did
Um,
75 damage to it.
yeah, yeah. However,
Uh,
this Tarrasque does have resistance.
Oh man.
Aww.
Well, I don't have anything that isn't spell damage, so unless I could just like
Uh,
dropped a big rock on it.
yeah.
Did someone say rock?
Give me some roll.
Oh, goodness. No. Yes, maybe. So,
Yeah. After that, I just start
Precision.
drawing. I start drawing smiley faces on the side of the wall of force.
Sadar, seeing that happen, is going to run here and take aim at the Tarrasque here, and will use another bonus action to favored foe it. One, two. The 23 definitely will hit. And then Hal is going to run over here. The Tarrasque is not very smart. It probably I will give it a random decision. It actually decides to go back to Trillo. And
My natural enemy.
it it finally can do this. It hasn't had a reason to do it just yet. I need. Let me give it a little thingy.
Don't die, Turtle.
I'm gonna try. But I have a tendency to do things like
Oh
that.
god.
So we'll see.
All right, so that hits it. That pretty much hits everyone.
Who took the final?
What
I
the
did.
fuck? Oh, that's what happened.
Hold on, I gotta go take care of it.
Ah, I cannot be frightened while inside.
I also cannot be frightened. I am not afraid.
I'm not afraid.
I am not afraid. I am so fucking old. I am incapable of fear. I am so
You
old.
cannot fear me. You cannot fear me. He's
I'm
riding
so old
around
and
on a
withered.
tricycle in the Badlands. No
He's
guy.
fucking dead. No guy's dead as fuck. No guy.
He used to be
No
alive, but now
longer
he's dead.
alive.
No guy.
Died at the hands of a
He's
coyote
no
dude.
longer
No
alive.
guy.
He once ate cereal first with milk. No guy. He deserved his death.
I love no
That's
guy.
with playing criminal.
Wait. What's wrong with drinking? What's wrong with
All
eating
right.
cereal?
No. He put
So
milk first and then the cereal after.
Oh fuck.
I need
Milk first, then
fried.
the cereal, then the bowl. Everybody knows that.
I need frightful presence rolls from you all.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Well,
Which one is it?
I
It's
ain't
one of these.
scared.
It's one of these fucking monk abilities, bro. It's there somewhere.
Cash.
You have to wait till your action to use that.
That's true. You're right. So I have to roll this thing on 1 second.
Cash.
Come on, you're a monk. You got wisdom for days.
Cash
That's
gives me
true.
frightened immunity, or or something. Cash
I really
condition
wish you made a
immunity.
sheet for this.
Frightened.
Which one is it? Oh, it's this one. This is the one I meant to post, but yes. It's one of those. One of these fucking crazy ass monk abilities will help me.
One of these motherfuckers will save me.
One of these, like,
There's no
abilities I
limit.
get every
You can
level
do
will
it.
help
You
me.
can repeat it until you succeed.
I mean, you only need to get a 13.
Yeah, I got an 18. We're good. I'm too old to be afraid.
I'm so fucking old.
I'm so fucking old. It's so hard for me to be afraid. This is my natural enemy, but I do not give a shit.
I give not a shit.
I will punch it in the face until it dies.
It will die.
For the balance.
We must upset the balance.
Nah, bro,
Don't
there's
upset the
ways
balance.
to not upset the balance.
What are you upset? What balance are you upsetting?
The balance of
I'm
this
upsetting
Tarrasque.
I'm upsetting the balance in this
Oh.
Tarrasque spine.
I thought I already did that.
No, it's been reflecting lightning bolts at you. Like,
The anti-gravity
Fun.
actually really helped its like spine flexibility and everything.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so
was a bit
okay. Well, most of the PCs are fine. Some of the NPCs are scared now. She's immune because of things earlier. That was just at the start of its turn.
Well,
So at the start of its action, I should say, it's multi-attack. So now it's going to bite
yeah, let's go, dude.
Trillo.
Wait,
Okay,
does it
it
hit
doesn't have advantage, so it's an
Oh,
18.
so that does not hit me.
Then it will claw.
Oh,
Claw.
Woo!
Oh,
Woo!
those also miss me.
Yo, that's where you punch in the face.
You could
Yeah,
use an
excellent stuff.
opportunity if you still have your reaction, yeah.
I do have my reaction. I am gonna punch it in the face. Punch it one time in the face.
Yes. He's lying in a bloody heap.
21, yeah, will hit.
As it like comes to claw at me, I kind of like duck under it and punch it in its like, in like its armpit. Like, yeah. No.
That's good. Rogar. Will run
Chains
forward.
outside of the cell.
He's lying in a bloody heap dead on the ground. No guy.
Oh god.
Man, he's going on some real adventures.
He was turned into paste. Now he can't do anything. No god.
I'm
No
concerned.
longer
No, wait,
alive.
Roxana's scared. Roxana
Yeah.
goes the opposite direction. She goes over to these rocks where there's no blood or bodies, and it's just like, I'm just gonna sit here. Just breathe.
Where she belongs.
Trillo, what do you do?
Brillo pad.
I'm going to retaliate and punch it a bunch of times. I too have multi-attack.
Fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
He once had a sexual career, but now he's dead. No guy.
Oh guy. So those are my two base attacks.
The 19 will hit.
Let's go. I'll roll the 19 for 10. And then I will use another key point to punch it 2 more times.
Okay.
One of which will be a Hands of Harm. If they hit.
8. Ooh.
It hits. Let us go.
Oh.
That's fine.
10 more.
Can I inflict poison on it? Or is it will not affect it? I don't think it will. But
Probably
I
not.
have a medicine of 14. I would know if it would or not.
Probably not.
If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna punch it again.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh.
25 hits though. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
that's it.
the end of your turn?
Yeah, just punch it 4 times and wait for it to.
Okay, at the end of your turn, it uses a legendary action that it forgot it had,
Oh god.
and it bites you. Or tries to bite you.
It does not.
Strike. What do you do?
Can I yell to the turtle man from here?
To the what man?
To the turtle man?
He's pretty far away, but sure. He's almost
Oh,
100. He's almost 100 feet away, so you'd have to yell pretty loud. But
and I'm yelling really loudly. Hey, turtle man! You need some help over there?
What?
Do you need help?
What? I can't hear what you're saying. You're very far away, and I'm so fucking old.
Okay, if you need
my,
help.
my ears are not what they used to be 500 years ago. I'm sorry.
Well, fuck it, I'm just coming over there.
I'm having a great time punching my natural enemy in the face.
How is it harass your
Rather
natural
calming.
enemy?
It's so calming.
You know, I kind of understand that part.
It is so calming.
What is this? A fucking
What?
what is this? An anime? You hear people from 500 feet away?
What?
Yeah, talking is a free action.
I'm a monk, dude. I'm so old. Leave me alone. Okay.
What was I gonna do? I confused myself.
My brain's exploding.
Reactivate rage.
Barbarian confuses himself.
Get over there. And you know what? I'm just gonna leap the fuck over there.
Punch himself in the face to maintain your range.
And with the 20 extra feet of jumping, I can get here. Perfect.
Wee.
Oh, hello.
I asked you if you need help.
What? You have
Ah.
to speak up.
You're so old.
Screaming at him. Like, oh, you're asking if I need help?
Yes.
I seem to be doing okay, but you can help me if you want.
And let's just expedite this a little bit. There's other shit to do.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay.
So much to
All the
do
ratings
and
I'm
so
getting.
much to see. The thing in the world to be.
Okay.
God.
Is that your turn, Strike?
That's my turn.
Okay.
It's baby tarrasque.
It claws you for its last legendary action.
Oh,
Give me that 10 damage.
Solus. Welcome, Jenny. You've ran around, lightning bolt, kind of reflected back to you once. Then you mind slivered it a bunch of times, kited it around, while everyone else dealt with reinforcements that were nearby. Yeah. What do you want to do? You're on top of a grassy hill, and you're kind of scared of this thing right now. After everything that's gone on, you do have the frightened condition.
Oh, I have the condition.
you have the
Yes.
condition.
It's
Unfortunate.
terminal.
Oh no.
So you can't willingly move closer, and at the end of your turn, you can roll another wisdom save.
I can't. Damn it. What I was planning kind of relied on that. Shit. Okay. Never mind. Give me 1 second. I need to read a spell.
What, you don't just cast fireball when you're confused?
Yeah, you've learned this the hard way.
Okay.
So that's why I was doing a lots of mind sliver, because it's one of the few things you have that doesn't require
Magic align.
Yes.
I don't see anything about a cone.
No.
Oh.
You can use it
Okay.
for
Oh,
Put it in the cone of shame.
hit us with a cone. Let's go.
Okay. Understand. Yes, I would like to catch the tarrasque in the edge of a 30-foot cone if it is possible without hitting anybody else. Or
No, you can hit
should
me,
I
it's fine.
move up? Like there? Is that better? A 30-foot cone.
Yeah, there you go.
Good. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Do we know anything about tarrasques and their resistances?
You've learned this one's resistant to fire and poison doesn't really do much.
Gotcha. I didn't hear anything about force.
Nope.
So,
Nope.
Force was
Yeah.
pretty effective before.
I am not gonna be a weird DM and make something immune to force if it's not like from outer space.
Killer.
cough, cough, killer, right? Okay. Cool.
It looks like a
I
Tarrasque.
It's a sin to do that.
Is this the one that you hit with the
this
disintegrate? Like it has chunks missing out of it. And
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
This thing is limping along
Looks
only because of
bad.
how big it is. Is it still alive?
I would like to cast Psionic Blast at 5th level. Is what I'm going to do.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Ah,
Well,
it's
Tarrasques do
crazy.
have magic resistance, so have advantage.
Why
on
is
this
that
save.
so bad? It's so bad.
Because you're
Dexterity
bad.
saving throw.
Shut up.
25. I can kill it.
Yeah, that fails.
Dex
That's
save,
25 points of force damage. Okay.
Cool. I should have said it before, but can I spend sorcery points to quicken that, please?
Sure.
Cool.
Push that bitch too.
It also gets knocked back.
Lovely.
Oh, it gets knocked
Yes,
back.
it does. 20 feet away from me, please. And after that, I kind of don't care about being damaged. So I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on it.
That's not an attack, it's a save, so
Oh, correct. Yeah.
You
Good.
are correct. Dex save again. Takes the 14 radiant. Okay. And now you can
And-
roll. If you're at the end of your turn, you can roll your wisdom save. To you have disadvantage
Lovely.
because it's still in your line of sight.
Okay. What if I cover my eyes?
I still in your line.
my eye.
I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
It's still in line of sight. All right, you break out of it. It was a DC 14.
Yay. I
Okay.
covered my eyes.
That is your.
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
Exactly.
Althea is still scared of the thing. She's mostly curious about this. She like sidesteps over to here and over to here, not getting closer to the tarrasque. Like obviously washing it through the force, but and as she does, this lady's watching her more than Sarek now.
Sarek has
And
made himself very much not seeming like a serious person, so.
it makes sense then. Althea is going to just take the dodge action for now. The lady here goes over to like rolls over to the other side of it, right? And she puts her hand out to feel where the wall is, and then signing something to Althea, and Althea, you're not sure if Althea understands her. And Eros, what do you want to do? They lined up the Tarrasque for you.
Yeah. I am going to bonus action disengage Gonna move 45 feet back. And then use once again a fourth crystal or a rhino charge against it, moving 45 feet. And the way she sets it up,
Runs in a circle.
she runs back. Does even though football doesn't, well, I don't know if it does exist in your world, but she does like a kicker pose as she prepares to go for the punt. Runs up and just kicks it right in the head.
Oh my god.
There's a
Just-
loud thwack as the bones crack and shatter, and you like split its head open. It was mostly gone anyways after the force damage that's been hit at it and everything else. Slumps down to the ground and bleeds out this dark bluish black kind of ooze. And the combat is over.
Can we say that I kicked it, since it does get knocked back 45 feet? Can we say that I just kick its head right off?
Yes.
And that's what flies back?
Yes, I'm cool with that.
it's an
So
open.
we have about 9 minutes on your force cage ish, a force wall thingy. What do you guys do?
Well,
So, what do we do with this one?
what one? Oh, that one.
This one.
Interrogator? There's something I want to see. You guys, you do that. There's something I've been wanting to.
Wait, interrogator like the other drow, but she doesn't have balls. What do we rip off?
I don't know. Fuck. Get creative. I got things and meat to explore. Gonna get deep
I'm a
in
man
there.
of my word. I said I wasn't going to hurt her.
Yeah, you said that. I certainly didn't.
Well, she's in the
It's-
orb, so
It's at
good
this
luck,
point.
buddy.
I'm just gonna kind of narrate that Sidar wants to talk to her, and seeing how I don't know what he wants to say to her, that's what I'm gonna say at that point. So he will say that, keep her alive for a day or so. I would like to hire her out, maybe. Then she'll be more willing to talk.
See?
Yeah.
How does Shadow Butter how does Shallow Butter take this this woman's presence? 'Cause-
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah. This lady probably knows who Eros and Strike are. Eros Strike, Shallow Butter.
I would like an insight check because if you care about what Shallow Butter is thinking and or feeling, if she does walk over and is starting to recognize this person, it's obvious, at the very least. But she doesn't say anything. So she-
Sure.
Okay.
14.
I'm not supposed to have advantage, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a 29 and a 31. You're fine. Uh, she tries to play. Strike doesn't pick up on any of it. What about to tell? Strike doesn't pick up on any of it. But Brillo, the earnestness when she walks over there, same with Eros, of what you see through your weird viewing screens inside Cache. Viewing belly, I should say. She's trying to play off like she's not interested, but she is. And she is scared that of what's going on between her and Althea. Like, this is honest. Like, this is, if Althea was her child, her baby, she would grab Althea and bring her away. But she stops herself because Althea and her don't have that relationship. But you can tell Nouvelle wants to, like, no, don't talk to this bitch.
What's going on? Why is everyone falling silent all of a sudden?
Nouvelle just goes over to the chair. I mean, not the chair, the tree. And just kind of walking back. Althea has yet to step forward, but is like eyes locked with this woman, And this woman keeps on trying to sign something to her, and Althea just doesn't understand.
Well, when you have multiple drow in an area, something, people are racist? I don't know. Lost my train of thought. Meanwhile, she's digging into the guts of this tarrasque.
What are drow?
Someone watch my orb. I need to go take body parts.
The Dar
I'm
volunteers.
going here, and I tell her, if you want to keep those hands of yours, you stop trying whatever it is you're trying to do to my little girl. Understand?
She gives you that look of like, what are you gonna do? Because honestly, there's nothing you can do right now. Like she's inside this wall.
Yeah,
Like,
right now.
and she signs one again, the same thing to Althea, and Althea's still not getting it. And then Sidar leans in to strike. It's been many years since I've cared to pay attention to this, but she knows your daughter is the best I can get. She's seen her before. She's asking her if he remembers. Should I tell Althea this?
Well, that's quite a situation we suddenly got on our hands, isn't it?
I was gonna interrogate her.
Okay, if you have questions, it doesn't say you can't speak through the wall of force, but I imagine it's like speaking through double pane glass to where it's like
It's a little muffled. Yeah.
you know, as it said, is its own enclosed space. So you could definitely talk to her, but it's more like you're yelling at each other.
What the
Well, what's
fuck
going
do
on?
you want?
Can I just is it okay if I swap out a proficiency for medicine? Because it makes 0 sense I wouldn't have medicine. I don't know why I didn't give that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about
Cool. Alright. I wanted to harvest some parts from the tarrasque. Just get some like tissue
that.
samples.
Harvest tarrasque parts.
Hey, be careful. We're gonna eat some of that.
All right.
This is for my research.
Yeah, and that's also for our dinner. Fuck.
I have infinite food.
And so what? You know how long it's been since we got to eat some fucking tarrasque? It's been a while. Nostalgic, even.
Disgusting.
As people who've grown up and around the city of Salt, it takes about 30 minutes to an hour to get a good something harvested from it. You could spend easily like a week, which in my world is about 10 days, just harvesting this one tarrasque and a potential of like getting everything from it.
I just want small tissue samples from different like organs.
Okay. Then that would still take at least an hour, I would say, of you like performing surgery.
Okay. I'll do it for 5 minutes, and then that I will walk over, and I have to deal with the fact that this sphere lasts for 10 minutes. So,
yes. Okay. So you make your first initial incisions, and then are like, "Oh shit, the spell."
I almost forgot.
While that's happening, Seth, I bring you back to the first time that I truly activated cash, and I asked you a very specific question of can you fire lasers? And you said something about absorbing bodies. So I reiterate that question. Can I absorb these bodies somehow? Does Arrow see within through cash the same faint red glow that she saw before on the corpses around here?
My brain's having to remember like 20 sessions ago. So on not on all of them in any way. It's let me double check one thing. Yeah, okay. The quote unquote baby tarrasques have a faint glow. It's about the same glow as these two drow over here. And then this tarrasque has the brightest glow of the bunch. And then you kind of scan around, and these three dwarves give off a glow as well.
Okay. Eros she's gonna leave the big Tarrasque alone, but is going to drag the baby Tarrasque and the dwarves all together with these two drow, and so they're all in a pile, and is going to ask Cash, so how does this work? It's my first time and all. Never really done anything like this before. I'm a little nervous. So I just touch here?
Mel is here. Okay.
Mel, you good?
No? You okay?
Shut up, okay? My
You got
computer
drunk on
swapped
blood
it whenever
again.
I clicked the M button.
Just taking a nice walk.
Okay, I guess what's the goal here, Arrows?
The goal is to see what happens when I interact with the glow. I guess from a meta perspective, it's obtaining power, but from Eros's perspective, she has no fucking clue, and she just wants to see what happens.
Okay. Um you definitely get the impression from the kind of telepathic, not even telepathic, it's mostly empathy kind of connection. You have with
Empathic?
Yeah, the
empathic, thank you. Empathic connection you have with Cash. You get the impression this will take time in this capacity. It's not. It's something that if they're willing, like you were, you can willingly give up energy. But if you're absorbing energy from an unwilling source, it takes longer for it to kind of be absorbed.
Even if
So
that
you definitely could. You definitely could do it. It just takes. It's going to take time.
even if that source is dead.
Yes.
Okay. Well, she has no idea how long it'll take. So she says to everyone, just set up camp here. And as far as dinner goes,
Got some
just
Tarrasque spots.
fend for yourself. Fend for yourself.
Eros, could you rip out the horn? I want to make a pokey stick out of it.
Sure.
Thanks.
I will attempt to rip off the horn with a 23.
Off of which
The
Tarrasque?
the young adult one.
Okay. It's it's not the whole horn. You kind of snap it, and
Yeah,
then it's like enough that could like be maybe a short sword or something.
yeah. She'll toss it over to Strike and go back to the dead bodies,
Thank
and
you.
will begin to perform the suck.
Lust, you have such an interesting memory sometimes. Things I did not think of at all and haven't thought of in weeks, and then all of a sudden, so it's just like, okay. So Eros kind of kneels down, and the hands of Cash, and Cash kneels down, I should say, and his weird stone-like hands, broad and open, palm down, and the hole in his tummy that you crawl in like starts to like light up, and um there is something going on, but you don't understand exactly what's going on at this point. um it's, those of you that have magical inclinations, including Eros, this is a very powerful transmutation magic going on, as best as you can tell right now. um Slow building, like the transmutation of like photosynthesis. It's something that takes a while to do, but you definitely get the impression that it's being guided by Eros's spirit inside of Cash. Um, and that's all kind of beginning as you go back to your orb with the lady inside. What do you guys do?
I'm going to just look around at everyone, kind of just. All right, we said let's just keep chill on the whole torture and murder thing. If scientific studies have shown that it's only fun, not productive. Save the fun for later. We killed a bunch of things already.
Why can't we have killing and fun all at the same time?
Don't say persuasive things to me. I don't like it. Anyways, I need to drop this so I can go do my shit. Solus, hey! Solus? Hey,
Yes.
can you come over here and watch this woman? And also, do you know, these people just kill when you look away from things? Like, if I leave her here, are they gonna kill her?
I've only known them for like a couple days.
That's enough days. You babysit, I guess. Thank
Should
you.
I hold her with telekinesis
That might be
in
useful.
the air? Okay.
I knock on the wall. Hey, drop all your weapons on the ground.
She looks around, unsure of this choice and action.
You're fucked
Obvious.
either way. Do you want to fight for 5
Uh,
seconds then die? Or just die anyways? It's not a big difference.
She will sheath her rapier and unbuckle her shield and set her shield down.
Good enough. You can take care of this. I just drop the wall. I walk away.
I pick her up with telekinesis and hold her like 15 feet up, upside down.
I start just
Donna.
tearing through the organs of this thing.
I'm checking Althea and get her away from there.
When I get a save.
I think you do. Is it strength? I don't know.
You can try
Yeah,
to make a meta check with your swingers. You get tested by the creature's strength check.
Oh,
It's the
God.
same bonus. I just rolled a 27.
I can't beat that, I don't think.
With your
Can I make her roll, please?
Sure.
Reroll it, bitch.
There we go. Much better. Oh, fuck.
Well, that's not good.
No, I don't have any more inspiration.
Well,
Is it my like spell ability? Ability. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
alright. She resists it, and then common says, perhaps we don't need to do that at this point.
I
I'd
was
stick my head out of the
told
corpse
to
and just
Be
babysit.
nice.
I'm being not. I was called over here for no reason, I think.
I trust your
Perhaps.
instincts.
I
Perhaps.
don't have. Okay. She sits on the floor.
This is what happens when the only communicator in the group is doing something else.
I don't know what Sadar wants to ask of this person, so they're just gonna stand guard too.
Listen, Sark's got stuff to do. All right.
Yeah,
I'm-
you're good. You're good.
I'm gonna
Uh,
convert some sorcery points into some 5th level spell slots, just letting you know.
Okay.
I saw that X on strike for a brief moment. I saw that. Did he die real quick?
That was not me. That was not me.
You saw nothing.
Okay. Well,
We're in
what
the
do you guys
bonus
want to
side.
do? She's patient for right now because she is surrounded by people that just decimated her entire war party. What do you do?
Does Eros need full concentration on what she's doing right now?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. So like I can't
Be good, or I'll pick you up. Yeah.
I do not plan on doing anything that will further create bloodshed today. I hope for peace. And she looks over at Strike and Althea when she says peace.
A piece of
Somehow,
what?
I have a hard time believing that.
I did too, admittedly, until a few moments ago. But fate, the gods, have stepped
What?
in, I think.
What do you want a piece of? I think I might have cake.
She looks over you like dumbfounded. Just,
Don't give her any
um,
cake.
I do not
Why?
want any cake
I want a
now.
cake.
You want cake? I think
Yes,
I have
please.
some. She pulls out this thing that is definitely not cake. It's more like cornbread.
Hey,
Well,
that's good enough.
how did you all know to come out this way?
Ooh,
You know, big fucking footsteps, not really hard to miss.
we saw the spiky hippos.
It's called tarrasque.
I choose to call it spiky hippopotamus.
That's fair enough.
Hippopotamus.
But nonetheless,
Hippopotamus.
yes,
Hippopotamus.
the trail. The trail is
Hippopotamus.
the trail
Yeah.
is
Spiky
indeed
hippopotamus.
For sure.
That's what I choose to call it.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Go man.
Let God speak.
God can speak.
She says, nevertheless, the trail was not one many know about, despite its size. That does not explain how, within a stretch of 200 miles, you were able to pinpoint the one you needed.
I did fly up in the air and see you.
You would have to be close enough. I'm talking about how did you know to come in this direction in the first place?
I don't understand the question.
Well, someone told
just
you to come out
wandering?
west.
No?
Well, if you're just wandering, fate indeed has put a power at play. And yet again, at fate and power at play, she looks over at Strike and Althea.
So Seth is talking for arrows while she's doing this out of the question. Like I can't.
Not out of the question, no, but you're pretty far away from them.
Okay, well, I know how to do psychic shit. Would that be a strain on what I'm doing?
As long as you don't get in an argument with her.
Okay.
If it starts to get emotional, you'll lose your concentration.
So okay. then, seeing how their conversation is kind of going nowhere, utilizing a psionic die, I will psychically link with the woman and say,
I would like an insight check.
"Insight check." That's a 20.
This
Pretty
is
good.
the woman. This is the woman you berated with genitalia for hours.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
A little accident.
Oh, oh, hi there again. So, yeah, we know about this because we found an informant of yours, or yeah, of yours. Sure, why not? A while back, and we just
you
felt like dicking with you.
you all see when this happens. Her hand goes quite clearly to her rapier. She almost draws it. She stops. She looks around, trying to see who the fuck's talking to her. None of you are saying a fucking word. And she exasperatedly sighs and be like, asks Solus, Sadar, Strike, Nouvelle, Althea, who is speaking to me in my head?
Would you like to know?
I
Yes, that's why I asked.
I can do that if you would like.
No, I don't want another voice in my head. Who is in my head now?
Why don't you ask a voice in your head, you little
Do you
idiot?
have schizophrenia?
Maybe. Who's in my head? She says aloud.
I'm right here. Hello. What? You don't recognize my lovely, lovely body?
Oh,
I
did the woman not do that to the dragon?
She says literally inside of another body, not
Yes.
noticeable at all.
Not noticeable at all. On
This
purpose.
drow lady is so confused, and she takes a couple of steps back, her back to Strike and Nouvelle and the others, and then she looks over her shoulders at each of them and looks at everyone.
I'll give you a hint.
What do you want to know? Yes, I want a name. Who? She looks over at Sadar, like, "What's your name?" And Sadar's like, "Sadar." And he's like,
Woman.
Okay, your voice is not the voice in the head. What's your name, to Strike?
Right.
You okay? And Nouvelle just gives her that death glare, like she's not going to answer that fucking question. What's the name? She says again, and she says it just outward, and everyone's like, she's just talking to
The
herself.
name.
Bro, I'm in the giant rock. I'm in the giant rock. I'm in the giant rock.
She will start walking towards the giant rock.
I told you not to be bad or I would pick you up.
I'm
Where
not-
are you going?
She stops right there and is just like, um, it it worked. Then I see. I didn't think she would succeed. You are not her, though.
The woman?
Ah. Looks. She looks back again, past Sadara to Strike and Althea again, and then over to the cache, and is just. How did you do it?
You know, the pronoun game is really confusing when I don't know who the fuck you're even talking about. Who is
You.
this?
How did you acquire this?
By being the baddest bitch that there is? Duh.
She grabs her brow and like strokes it with her wandering hand, like,
I mean, it's not wrong.
that doesn't exactly answer my question, but it does answer my question. Um, well, what do you want to know? Or are you going to set me free, or are you going? What I
Oh, we're
she-
probably not gonna set you free. Maybe
she's
not yet.
flummoxed.
But we do have a special offer on brand new follower discounts. Join now and you'll get 50% off. 50% off what? I don't know. We'll figure that part out later. Terms and conditions may apply.
She walks back over and she goes back towards the tree, wants to say something to Sadar, doesn't, then looks to Nubel, doesn't, then looks to Strike, and asks, "How did you find her?"
You've got to be more specific than that.
How did you find her?
I do not think that this is any of your concern.
Then I don't know what I can answer for you beyond what I've done. And she sheaths her sword, stands over her shield like she's ready to grab it at a moment's notice and dash away if she needs to. And she doesn't know what else to do.
Here's the better question. How do you know Althea?
In her mind's eye, so no other can see, she finally is kind of picking up on that idea.
Can I
We
telekinesis her sword out of her sheath without her noticing?
Roll a not a sleight of hand. Roll a
Stealth?
no.
Arcana?
Roll your spell modifier.
Charisma.
Charisma plus proficiency, like a spell attack.
Oh, okay. So that would be another 5 on top, so 29.
Ooh.
Okay. When she points at Althea is when her hand is the only time she takes her hand off her rapier. So in that split second, you grab it, and then by the time she puts her hand back, she notices. She doesn't see you do it, but she notices it's out of the sheath. And she turns around and sneers at you a little bit, and then looks back
Precaution!
looks over to Eros and Cash, and elves do not have children lightly. I know of only one drow child, well, two, that have been born in the last 2 decades. I assume she is one of them, just by her age.
Shit, I'd normally make a joke at that, but, well, you're not wrong. But that still doesn't answer the question of how specifically.
Well,
I'm asking who the
when
baby
you're
mama is, damn it!
when your stubborn badger man can explain to me how he was able to protect such a frail child within these mores and problems of the city, then I can answer more of that. But I don't feel like I should give more information for getting nothing in return.
Nothing in return. You get to live for a little while longer.
And you say that as if that's a good bargaining chip. Oh, I get to live. I'd rather die here now, knowing what I know, than live giving you information that you don't need.
Mm-hmm. And what would you even be dying for? What would you be dying to protect?
A memory.
Ooh, I like memories.
How long do I have until I'm done surgery?
You can interrupt your surgery as you see fit, but it will take you at least an hour to do this.
You know what? I can finish this later. I just take what I have, come back over covered in blood. You're not very good at all this negotiation thing. Oh. Listen, we have a lot of resources and such, and information and everything, and I don't think we'll probably kill you. Don't worry about it. Trust me, this is going to be fine. I should make the area more safe. Do you want anything? I open up a bag just full of cigarettes.
Jesus.
He looks at the bag of cigarettes and kind of sneers at it with like an addict's recognition of it in some way. And
My
like,
hands are actively shaking.
and then she kind of shakes her head no, and she looks over almost to answer your question. She looks over at Strike and Althea.
Can I have one of those?
Oh, which kind?
A normal kind.
Oh, okay.
Um,
He has to reach really far down to get a normal one.
I would like if you guys. I
Thank
would like
you.
an insight check about her reaction to what Sarek said, though, from the group. If you would like to roll it.
I don't know about people. I don't give a shit about people.
What are people?
People.
They're soup ingredients.
Yes, yes. Soup.
It's not a very high DC, but Sarek didn't hit the DC.
Oops.
Nonetheless,
That's
Solus
not what he was
did.
built for.
The DC was only a 12, but
He is falling asleep.
okay. Solus and Ragnar and Eros, even from the distance they're at. She obviously wants to know more about Althea. Eros, your 20 lets you know what she wanted before she saw Althea was completely different. Althea has literally flipped her back on her heels in a way she's never felt in her entire life, and her entire goal has shifted in these moments. She wants to know Althea. That's what she wants. Nothing else matters. And that's not how this fight started. She did not have this belief when you guys first met her.
Eros is going to. You know what? Yeah. Okay. For Strike 6 hours, for Althea 2 hours, she's going to establish a telepathic bond with the two, and it's going to say to them, "So, you two could be a lot of help right now. She, she really wants to know you, Althea, because
What?
well, drow, elves really don't have children very often, and it seems you and your sister were the last two drow born within the past 2 decades. And she's very curious about you. Like, she didn't even give a she was thinking, I don't even know what, but she was thinking about something else before this fight even happened. Then you showed up, and something changed.
I really don't like where this is going.
Yeah, but it's she's dead if she tries anything, so what's there to be afraid of? I said let
That's
her.
very good. All right, all right. So Strike lights his newly acquired cigarette, turns to the drow woman and says, "I'll tell you. But after that, I'd like to know why you're so curious about that. Can we do it?"
She nods at that.
Very well. It's not a long or complicated story, really. couple years ago, with a bunch of old friends, we've raided a slaver caravan. That's where I found her, took her under my wing, and we've been together since. Same goes for her twin sister, who unfortunately met an untimely demise. That's the entire story.
Where did these slavers come from?
Couldn't tell ya. Didn't ask him, just mauled him.
And her sister, how close are they in age?
Were you listening? I said they were twins.
She smiles at that, and tears well in her eyes in such a way that makes you all uncomfortable. And Althea is just confused and takes a couple steps closer to you, Strike, and grabs your paw with both her hands, like really firmly, like she doesn't quite understand what's going on here. And Nouvelle steps forward away from the tree and says, "Well, you got your question. You got your answer." And she looks over at Nouvelle, and a sudden recognition of who Nouvelle is kind of washes over her face. And she smiles at Nouvelle in such a way that makes Nouvelle uncomfortable. And Nouvelle is just like nods at her, and in Undercommon, the woman says, "Thank you." And she turns to the rest of you and says, "Judging by what has happened, I take it my mother is dead. She would not have
Not
given
so
all."
fast. We've had a deal. Your turn.
I don't even know what the question was by this point.
At that moment, Sarek drives a lead pipe into the ground, and 100 foot on each side cube rises around you of slightly shimmering light, and we're all protected by Mordecai's private sanctum.
Read.
The
Sweet.
moment you shove that in the ground, my tremor sense goes off, and I wake up, and Trill just goes, "Ah!"
Ah, it's fine. I just like blow a bunch of cigarette smoke on you.
Ah!
To get back to the matter at hand. The question was why you are so curious about my little girl. The truth, please.
She kind of wipes the tears from her eyes, and she doesn't look at Strike. She's trying desperately to connect, eyes with Althea, and Althea isn't looking at her.
Yeah, no, I'm interposing myself between them. She can't really talk.
And she picks up on that and takes a knee, and she says, I gotta look up one thing before I speak because the number here is somewhat important. She says, about 13 years ago, the 12th house made their move, as many are aware of now. And my mother needed something to make it work. There is ancient magic that Loth speaks of that only can come from the sacrifice of the birth. 13 years ago, I was pregnant with twins, and my mother asked me to sacrifice my twins in order to take the city for herself. I said yes. Regretted it immediately after. and assumed they were dead. I asked a lowly guard, a young woman, a drow, looks over at Nugal, to ensure their burial was proper under the rites of something other than the heinous murder of our goddess Loth, of my 2 children. She took the bodies, and that's the last I heard. Until today.
I fucking called it.
Draglances
And
over at Nouvelle and asks her
Althea
to
starts to
explain.
bawl. Althea starts to bawl, buries herself into your fur, and in Undercommon is screaming, "No, no, it's not true. No, no, it's not true." And Nouvelle has drawn her short sword, and the only thing stopping her is the powerful casters around her if they're going to do something from, like, going and putting her short sword at this woman's throat.
While trying to comfort Althea, I glance over at Nouvelle and ask, so, is it safe to assume you had a hand in them not dying?
He just shrugs. I thought they were dead. I gave them to a wandering band of Kalioptid, assuming they would bless them in their own right. Turn them into something useful, even if it was food for a day. And Althea just grabs at you more with that, like, and you get the impression Nouvelle does not want to tell this fucking story, but knows she needs to. Like, this is like the last thing she wants to do to Althea, and I don't know what happened after that. I just asked to make sure that they were buried somewhere outside the city.
At this...
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Go for it.
go ahead.
No,
Just real quick. At this point, I'm picking Althea up and cradling her a little. Hopes that might help a little bit.
She probably pulls away from you at this point and kind of steps back, and there's a definite, like, druidic magic kind of gathering in her hand as she looks at that, and it just makes her mother smile, like, and it pisses Althea off even more. And Althea just kind of, like, walks away, storms off to kind of, like, take a breather. And Nouvelle wants to follow her, but doesn't. And then I will say it's probably Roxana that she ends up kind of going to, wherever I put Roxana.
She's like down on the map, down south.
Yeah, I think a Roxana would come here, for that. And the 2 drow women that are nearby you just stare at each other, and then Nouvelle doesn't know what to do, so she kind of sheathes her short sword again, and this woman just plomps on her haunches back and just has this look of relief but fear also at the same time. And Sidar basically says, I still have some questions I would like to ask her in private.
Well, that happened. Saying to the drow woman.
Well, that just happened.
Well, that just happened.
Remind me, isn't it?
Can she will then say to her, "Fuck, brain, don't fail me, brain." Brain has failed. Damn it. She says to her, right. Well, to answer the question that you were alluding to, we have no idea what's up with the matron mother, your mother, if I heard that correctly. I could find out after I'm done with this.
One little sending spell, and I'll know she's not even on this plane of existence. She doesn't have, like, planar travel magic, does she? Otherwise, if she does, then I might not actually be able to tell if she's.
He is the most powerful cleric on the continent.
That literally tells me nothing. I am a bard and a soul thing. I don't know, but I'm not that. So, the just yes or no.
In the mind's eye, she asks you yes to confirm if her mother is dead. Okay. I think if there's anything you want to do with this scene, let me know. Otherwise, I think we should probably wrap up just so Sadar can have an opportunity, and it's also been like 4 hours.
3 hours and a half.
Yeah. But nonetheless, harvesting and whatnot, will probably, it's usually, like I said, just a time thing. So, that will just, we can probably just pick that up with next time. Like that kind of having have happened. But does anyone else want to do anything with this scene before we wrap up?
Snark's got his head too full right now to really do much.
I think. Nah. If you didn't say that, well, okay. The question you said, arguing with the drow woman would break my concentration. Would being emotional on the more sadder end of the spectrum break my concentration, or
Depends on how invasive it is, I think.
okay? So then Eros will say to Althea telepathically,
Even if she's telling the truth, that doesn't mean that you have to think of her as your mother.
Um, Comments like that is where I always have to look back at their motivation. She's not my mother, but she is the reason I'm here. She could have chose not to.
Yeah. And the people that burned down my village could have chose not to as well.
Slightly different.
I would say people trying to murder, well, succeeding in murdering everyone that I knew and love is pretty similar to being sacrificed by your own family in a way. Okay, yeah, it's not exactly the same, but it's similar. Point being, don't think too hard about it. Lots of choices get made in life. Many good, many bad. If one choice was all that affected us, then life would be pretty short.
She obviously just kind of agrees with that, doesn't really know what to say. You just get a sense of like warmth in the telepathic bond. from that. And more or less an implication of, you know, she doesn't say the words, but you have been that kind of mother figure for her for a few years, so it's like she tries to latch onto that idea. Which is weird to say about Eros, I'm just gonna say. But I think it's the definite impression, and maybe even Roxana like barks it out and be like, "I think we'll go for a little walk and get away from the carnage."
Don't stray too far.
Eros fault. I only am role playing Eros as being able to hear all this because of her fucking passive perception. Eros would say to Althea, "If she tries to feed you anything, just warn me."
Don't let her cook.
That's funny.
Don't let her cook.
I think there might be a little smile from Althea at that. Nonetheless, they kind of go off and let the harvesting and carnage continue in its own right. We have Sarek, neck deep in
Actively like neck deep inside the tarrasque, writing on a notebook with a mage hand. And chain smoking, dropping cigarettes into the tarrasque on accident.
It's okay.
And is that
This isn't flammable.
It's at that moment we find out tarrasques are flammable.
Shit.
No, this one's
It is
resistant to
resistant to
fire.
fire.
So probably not.